Well, greetings and salutations, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeons Divided. I'm your host, the narrator, Joshua Story. Hey guys, how's everybody doing today?
Woo!
Yeah.
Ready for another exciting game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe it's been 4 weeks since our last game session that we did?
Well,
But we had some fun in there.
Yeah,
We did.
Come on, man.
And I know we got a lot of stuff kind of in the works, so we're gonna get started. But before we do that, let's real quick talk about our sponsors. You know, we'll get through it real fast. We'll talk about +3 to Charisma, and +3 Charisma offers affordable, handcrafted gaming and fandom accessories, as you can see, for tabletop gamers at all levels, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. They have wooden dice trays, they have 3D printed dice towers and DM supplies, dice, leather game mats, jewelry, and other nerdy supplies, which of course we are happy to use. They also have Dice Goblin on apparel, such as totes, stickers, and you can also check out their famous goblins, Click Clack, Nom Nom, Chonk Chonk, and some of their other goblins. You'll have to wait and see as they get spread onto other merchandise. We've also got our other famous friends coming back, the Lethal Shadow Minis, who are known for their creative and very highly detailed minis, whether that's from their vast, huge stock, or whether you are coming in to make your own custom minis, and they also deliver large busts, whether that's based on an existing mini, or if it's going to be one of your custom minis, you can also get that made. Nice. They also offer priming and painting for additional costs, and they ship very quickly and are wonderful, wonderful people. Love to have them. Also, the Goods Merchant, famous for doing laser engravings, custom DM screens like the one we use, deck boxes, and also leather engravings. And also like to acknowledge our final sponsor for the evening, Epochscapes. Now, they're a company that popped up on the scene not too long ago, and they bring modular terrain and floor tiles to a whole nother level. We're talking magnets on each side so that as things get shifted around the table, we don't have to worry about your scenes getting disturbed or anything of the such. So, I mean, that pretty much covers every one of our sponsors for this evening. Before we move on, we want to talk about subscriptions, by chance?
So, as a reminder, I know I have not been here the past couple weeks to nag everyone about subscriptions.
And we've missed you.
But as we know, and as I always say, we do not condone peer pressure. But if you would like to subscribe to our channel, we offer a 3-tier-based services.
I love peer pressure.
It's great.
Trying to.
What keeps the
I am so sorry, dear.
I'm trying.
the world going.
It's legal reason. Basically, yeah. So we have a 3-tier-based service. Tier 1, I haven't said this in a while. Tier 1, you get to join a private Discord channel within our Discord server, which will be linked in the channel below, where you get to vote on basically what happens in the campaign every week. A couple little things, interactions, item pickups, things like that, etc. The second tier is you basically get to join another private Discord channel where we will be doing a monthly private talk back where you can ask us questions. You might get to sit in on us playing games or something. Who's to say? I don't know. And then the third tier, which is super exciting, is you get to create your own NPC for Dungeons Divided. Ooh.
How cool is that?
Ooh. Yes, thank you very much.
And your talk worked. We got a subscriber while you were saying it.
Crossboventor.
Thank you. What is it?
Crossboventor.
Crossboventor.
Well,
Thank
thank
you very
you.
much for your support. We really appreciate it. And as a reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you also can subscribe to a Twitch channel for free every month. It is kind of like a voucher, so you do have to renew it every month. So if you choose to subscribe to us, awesome, thank you. If you choose to subscribe to somebody else, thanks for still supporting somebody, because it's good to use it. So thank you very much, and that's our subscription.
I
Thank you
would
very
like to add that there is some really, really cool stuff that we're kind of working with.
Oh, we're working on some stuff.
So we're finding more ways for our audience to be more interactive, and stay tuned because it's pretty cool. So
In the works.
Well, thank you, guys. Also, one last thing before we get started. We are doing a giveaway this evening. At some point later this evening, we'll give you a certain word. We'll say it at least maybe twice, maybe 3 times. But at some point, once we've done that, we'll give you the warning, and you'll be able to say, go ahead and type it into the chat, and make sure that you are a follower, and then we'll do a drawing. And the drawing is for 2 free passes to GameCon in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe those are all access passes, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a guest pass, or a pass for you and a guest. So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned. So without further ado, we're going to get. Hang on one second. What's that? I think we have a message of something. Hang on a second. What was that?
Message. What?
I think we got a message. Hang on one second.
Pellet, please, come to me. Something's happened, something terrible. I need you here now. This has all gone too far. My exact fears have been made reality. The prophecy of 𝐻𝙗 has failed. 𝐻𝙗𝙪𝙾. He tempts them, he's tricked them. He tempts them with power, evil power. I have to stop this line before this trickles into the other worlds. If that happens, everything will truly be lost. I hate this, Pellet, but I need assistance. My power alone is not enough for a spell that's woven this deeply. I will need to send you out again, Pellet. Rest now, while we have a moment. The way will be treacherous.
What is the meaning of this? Who dares cry upon me so recklessly?
Nero, it's me. Times are desperate. You must understand. I wouldn't scry upon you unless it was absolutely necessary.
It has been seemingly a lifetime since you have graced my presence. What is the occasion?
There's no time for pleasantries. You hold a power that is not truly yours to possess, and I need it. The Dwemer crystal. I require it immediately. Please. Relinquish it.
That is no small ask. You cannot be serious. After everything that
I said there's no time. I wouldn't burden the curator otherwise. Trust me.
I see, my Lord Archivist. But be warned, chronomancy is a banishable craft, forbidden, and for good reason. I cannot protect you from those who seek your punishment.
I'm aware. Look, I accept any recourse that my actions might bring, whatever toll that might take upon me. Fine. That doesn't matter. What matters is what happens next for Vol'Antia.
I will not stand in your way. What is mine is yours to use.
Thank you, Nero. I will send my familiar to retrieve the relic post haste. Pellet, go now.
Yes, of course, you're very welcome. But someday, you must promise to tell me. Someday, once this is all rewritten, just what grand finale did I miss out on?
A vague explanation now will have to do. An infectious, indescribable darkness has broken his bonds. This wouldn't just be a disaster. A catastrophe of this magnitude would be an extinction-level event, and I cannot stand by and watch it unfold any longer.
Surely those is work as you and I. Your final rest is empty. Welcome, Terminus.
Welcomed?
Yes.
No. There's still more that I must do.
Always an unsung hero of ages. Your owl has arrived. I will secure the bauble to his talon. Yes. You know, the spell It will require tremendous power to fuel its cost.
You have my many thanks, hero. I swear to you, I will seek you out in the next.
I look forward to it, Archivist. The two of us have traded both so many favors and transgressions. Perhaps I will seek to repay them in the order that which they were received.
As will I. Until then.
Until then.
What?
It's like you're here, but you were there. And
I thought only I could do that.
Hello.
it's the archivist. You're here.
Welcome, witnesses. It's time to do your duty.
Okay.
Last we left our party, they had ventured into a planar dimension through a mirror in Dragon Maw Keep in order to rescue their friend 𝙁𝙚𝙩𝙗. We had left them after they had successfully done so, and now they were looking for a way back out into the material realm.
No, I see her too.
I am here. Pellet flutters back over to me and lands on my arm.
He, I recognize.
So, as you look around you, you can see that the trees are still burning. There is still ash in the air. But 𝙁𝙚𝙗, you are back to being normal, back to your normal self. But as you are kind of standing here surveying the landscape, you see that the portal from which you entered is no longer there. Does not appear to exist any longer. The shimmering blue that you had entered from is nowhere to be seen. The images around you begin to grow dark and hazy as ash begins to float, heavy, ever more present, begins to fill with smoke, your mouth filling with ash. The trees, the undergrowth, begin to burn in closer and closer.
I draw my sword.
We must find a way out.
How did you get in?
Where we got in is no longer there.
I'm just swinging an axe through the smoke.
I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, the smoke does not react. In fact, it seems to kind of flow almost like a specter, seeking each one of you out in turn.
Chia,
What?
what about the mirror?
Well, do we need it anymore?
Do you have it? Did it come in with us?
Well, I brought it, yes, when we went to find 𝙁𝙚𝙗.
What do you see?
I pull out the mirror and I look into it.
Nothing. It's a normal mirror.
I show everyone. There's nothing there.
The smoke seems to get thicker and thicker and thicker. The air growing more acrid as time goes. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Gun.
13.
13.
No.
You fail.
Other way.
15.
Well, that was
Okay.
on. Let me see.
Good.
That was on the 18.
22.
Not one.
Not one.
That one,
16.
16. Okay, so Digo and
19.
Chia, you both fail. The smoke, it invades your lungs. You begin to choke and fall. You fall down to a knee. You are going to suffer disadvantage to all of your perception checks as you cannot seem to catch your breath. It stings your eyes.
Can we go to their aid? They come to me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I cast prestidigitation in front of Digo to try and push some of the smoke away from his mouth long enough so he can catch a breath.
Sure, you do, but it seems like the smoke doubles its efforts. It continues to push.
Fantastic.
I rip a piece of my cloak. I take the water I have left from my water bag, dump it on the cloth, and put it over Chia's mouth.
Sure. As you do that, you're still fighting yourself. It's it's becoming harder and harder and harder to breathe. Your mouth is just invaded with this ash, and for a moment, it almost seems as if it is growing just increasingly worse. And for a moment, it feels like if it continues to get worse, that you will die here.
I summon Henri at the same time. I'm kind of whipping around my cane and saying,
We need to get out of here, quick.
I'm trying to pick up Chia. I try to kind of grab Chia, maybe pick her up, support her a little bit, and
Digo, let's look for a way out.
As you do that,
Let us all hold hands and walk towards a direction.
As you do that and you grab Chia, you feel her go limp. And you turn to look at Chia, and you see she's gone limp, but she's still standing, and you see her eyes roll back into her head as she just kind of, she's still there, she's still standing, but she's not there any longer. Chia, things go dark for you, immediately black, and you find yourself in a darkness, like a complete void, and in front of you is this swirling maelstrom, like a jet black whirlpool, and encircling this whirlpool, you see a force, like a sphere of arcane energy encircling this whirlpool. It seems as if it's keeping it at bay, like it's keeping it contained. And attached to this arcane prison almost, you see chains, and they stretch out into the void in all directions, but you can't see the end of these chains. They're made of like a dark black miasma. And as you stand there looking at it, you feel small, as if you are floating in an abyss. There's no sense of direction. You can't tell what is down, what is up, what is left, what is right. It's as if you are spinning and falling through the abyss itself. And as you stand there and gaze into this maelstrom, you hear a voice, and it speaks to you as a symphony of voices almost, but there is one voice that overtakes all of them, and it is one you know very well, the voice of Vol'Antia. And it says, "You have done your duty well, child. The keys have now all been found."
What? But we didn't find all of them.
Finding them, while you have been here, I have been very, very busy.
But how? You're trapped. Aren't you supposed to be trapped?
I am trapped, but my minions are not. And you have done your job very well. You have kept those keys very safe. And you have done exactly what you were meant to.
What keys? The ones we already have?
Yes. And you have brought them directly to me.
But we don't have to give them to you.
do I hear this as well?
No.
No, just going on. Is she? I'm trying to yell Chia at this point. Is anything getting through to her? Nothing.
No.
Oh, wow.
She is gone.
I'm gone.
She gone!
Don't shake the baby. I'm like,
Just a turtle shaking her.
And as you say that, you hear a loud crack. It's a crack that it almost sounds like the shattering of a universe. As you see one of the chains breaks, and as it breaks, it breaks into this purple arcane light that streaks through the abyss and falls away. And you see it as it falls, it begins to fade. As you see this purple arcane light just careen through the void. And it just continues to go until you can't see it any longer. It just fades from view. And another one, crack, as these chains begin to fall away and break. And you just hear the laughing of Vol'Antia in your ears as he says, "It is time for me to take the keys that you have so graciously brought to my doorstep."
I'd like to see you try.
Very well. And in an instant, the darkness is disbanded. It's gone, and you're standing back where you were. The smoke, the fire, the flames, the heat, it is all there. It is all present. And you are in the moment, but you are no longer you.
No.
You are standing there, but you are in your own subconscious. You are no longer Chia. You are a rider. You are a passenger in your own body. As your limbs no longer obey you, they move as if you are a passenger on a ship with another captain at the helm. And everyone else sees Chia's body begin to rise as her eyes turn black, and chains sprout from her body. Dark chains, black miasma. You feel cold seep from them. The coldest cold that you have ever felt just radiates outward, bone-chilling cold. As she rises, these chains shoot out in all directions.
As I see this, I yell out,
Chia! You can't have her!
How high in the air is she?
She is about, I'd say, 15 feet at this point.
I'm going to chance it. I'm going to Gift of the Raven Queen up and try and attack before I fall,
Very well.
using only blunt damage.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Roll damage.
Jesus. That was a good first strike.
That is 11 plus 7. Oh. So 18.
18. How many hit points do you have, Chia?
Not that few.
Not that few. 43.
43. Okay. So yes. So you. I'm sorry. I don't have your
That's okay.
character sheets in front of me. What weapon are you utilizing?
I'm utilizing just my sword.
Okay.
Longsword.
So you're utilizing the flat of the blade. You're using blunt damage.
Or actually the hilt.
The hilt.
The pommel.
Okay. So yeah. So you shoot up with your Gift of the Raven Queen. Black feathers kind of follow you as you shoot up. Raven feathers in your wake. You fly up towards her 15 feet. You slam the pommel into her side, trying to do like non-lethal damage to attempt to stop her. Chia, you feel every bit of that blow as it cracks a rib in your side. You don't, inside, that pain ricochets through your body. You feel every bit of that pain and you scream inside. But outward, Chia, there is no reaction. It's deadpan. She turns and looks at you, Falier, this jerky movement as if a puppet on strings. And in that instant, the chains wrap around the both of you in this circular kind of like arena almost, as if a iron curtain of chains, and she stops. She doesn't retaliate. There's no action back at you. There's no swing or no hostility. She looks at you, those black eyes staring at you, no pupils, no feeling, no anything. And she speaks to you again, or you haven't heard yet, but she speaks to you, but the voice is not hers. It is a cacophony of voices, but again, Volatar's voice is the most pronounced and says to you, I did not expect that from you.
Leave her be.
Do you think I need this one alive? Or do you think I
wasn't going to kill her?
I don't even need
You
her
won't get that
conscious.
satisfaction.
And you see the movements move as it begins to talk to you again and says, you are quite difficult to understand, fractured one.
I don't need to be understood by the likes of you.
You claim to be so holy, so right path,
We make no such claim.
but you surround yourself with such darkness. Your companions, how long before you fall?
I won't let them.
You know, we are not so different, you and I. And Chia's head kind of turns a bit. Says, you would make a great champion for me.
I've
You
already
have-
been given that honor.
You have already lost, as has your queen. She will join you soon enough. Perhaps you would like to forsake her and become my champion. They have failed you. She has failed you. I can return to you the things that have been lost to you. You think that we're different. We are not. For there to be regrowth, there must first be death. There must first be loss.
She covers both of those. You only cover one.
She has not done you well so far.
She's done me well enough.
She has lost.
We shall see.
I had a feeling that you would say such things. Pity.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, roll me a roll. I mean, he's not holding you. You're like encircled by these chains. Are you trying to like break out of the? Are you trying to like
At least
bash
get an
through the
arm
chains?
free, yeah.
I mean, he's not. You're not grappled.
Oh,
You're not grappled. You're just like so. You're like in a. He's like kind of like closed you off from everyone else. Like,
Okay.
Like Chia is there and you're there and there's a like a circle around the both of you of chains. Like it's like a wall.
Is there a way to do the hit to the back of the head that
You
can
want
knock
to attack
somebody
Chia
out?
again?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
you
again,
can absolutely do it.
blunt damage,
Yeah,
non-lethal.
go for it.
How high are they? You said.
15 feet.
That's 16.
Yeah. Does that hit your AC?
Part of it
Are we
depends.
doing
Is
meets
she
it,
getting
beats it?
her?
Yeah, beats it.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, go for it.
At this point, while they're doing that, I'm gonna summon my beast as well.
Go for it.
And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have it try to get through,
Get through the chains?
Just try to open it
Sure.
up, ripping away at them if they
I'm
can.
I'm drinking my potion of flying since that's all I
Sure.
have left.
10
So-
damage.
10 damage. Okay, subtract 10 hit points. Yeah, you aim for Chia's head with the pommel. You strike it. You hear a crack in her neck as it strikes her head to the side.
Ow!
Yeah, Chia, you feel it inside, but again, you
Non-lethal.
feel blinding.
It's getting close. It's getting close, you guys.
Yeah, blinding white pain like strikes in your mind. You see it. Your head slides to the side. Volatar moves your head back with a crack. Kind of looks back at you,
It's like nightmare
unfazed.
fuel.
And you see the chains closing on you immediately, and they grab you and hold you still. Roll me a strength save.
Is my beast getting through at all? Is it sort of?
No,
No, it's
no,
just-
the
it's
chains
nothing's-
the chains are just
22?
They're just too strong.
I drank the potion of flying. I'm flying towards
Sure.
them. I don't know if I've gotten there yet or not.
Yeah,
but
I
if
mean, no,
can,
it's only 15 feet. You can definitely do it. What would you like to do when you get there?
I'd like to try to break the chains.
Okay, I guess with the two of you doing it, roll me whoever's strong. I guess you're stronger
The beast is
than,
yeah,
or what's the beast's?
the
What's
stats
your
aren't really
strength
great.
and your strength?
Sorry.
My strength is
Oh, 18 actually.
18
Plus
and yours?
4.
I have 12 plus 1.
Okay, so roll a strength with advantage because you'll be helping each other.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah. So together you begin to kind of like beat against this wall of chains, but you're unable to get through. You're desperately trying to beat against it, and the cold is just radiating outwards. Let's see. You're both gonna take 4 cold damage as it radiates out towards you, and inside. The chains kind of try to close it on you. You're able to kind of push them back as Volatar you hear him laugh as you fight against the chains, and he laughs. You see Chia smiles. He says, "Perhaps you can be persuaded in other ways. I will ask you again after time passes. Until then, I will take everything from you." And Chia zooms in forward, places her hands on your head. Describe to me I know that you don't have a lot of memories, right? Describe to me the one memory that you have that you go to for comfort, your greatest memory.
Would probably be the last time I remember my mom holding me back
Roll
in
me
the
a wisdom
Shadowfell.
save.
Nope, that's gonna be a 6.
Describe to me how you feel, what you do as that memory begins to erase from your mind.
Without any facial change, there's just gonna be a tear. And
And-
another tear following the other eye.
That memory begins to erase, and it's not like you don't remember ever having that memory. You remember that there should be a memory there.
I just don't have access to it.
You do not have access. It's as if that memory is locked behind a door that has been sealed. You know it's there. You can almost remember it. It's as if it is there, but you just cannot get to it.
I can still speak.
Yes,
to
go ahead.
Volatar.
You are there. So Chia, now as this is happening, you are like how Volatar was to you. That is, you have basically changed
Swapped.
places.
Ooh. Okay, so but they can't hear me, but he can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Why are you doing this? Leave them out of it.
This is what you wanted.
What do you mean this is what I wanted? That's That's stupid! It's not what I wanted!
This was our agreement, Qi'e.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't recall this being a part of it. Our agreement was between you and me. You leave them out of it.
What did you think would happen when you agreed to be my champion?
That you would only mess with me and none of my friends?
Well, perhaps you should make wiser choices next time you deal with an elder evil.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I've already got it.
So then what do you want from them?
Nothing.
Then leave them alone.
No. This is only the beginning. And he turns back to you, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Did I see the like moment where his eyes went a little bit to have that conversation?
You
or was
probably see like a moment where Qi'e is present. Like, even though it's Vol'Antia, there's a moment where like there's a presence with you, and then it's like a blink out for a second, and then a blink back.
Right before the con save, I'm shouting,
Yeah.
"Fight him, Qi'e." That is a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you struggle against like the psychic damage from like losing that memory. The Vol'Antia continues on with you and says, "Join me, or I will take more."
Take it all if you must. I will never join you.
So,
And with no memories, I will still find you and defeat you.
yeah.
Does the chains have a constitution? Can I take a swing at it?
Yeah, take a swing at the chains if you'd like.
Okay. So, I fly back, and I look at them too, and I say, "Oh, just hold on! Hold on a little longer! Don't give up!" I use my staff, and I come down, and I take a swing at it, hit it as hard as I can.
Yeah, roll damage.
That's 21.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost as if the chains move in the way of your strike, as if he wants you to hit it.
Okay. Can I keep hitting it?
Go for it.
I'm gonna hit it again.
As you're going away at it, I'm gonna look to Niels.
Niels, isn't there something in that book of yours that can do something about this?
Maybe. I haven't had time to study it before. I reach into my cloak and I pull out the tattered book, the remnants of it anyway, and I start rifling through it, desperately seeking some sort of resolve, anything that I could put together.
You tell me. What's in your book?
Just read the first one.
I start
Fireball!
Chapter 1, please!
That's it!
Oh no! I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking the.
Just talking about a spell book. You can pull out the dark book and use the dark one.
Oh right.
The other book!
No, because that thing is just this.
That book.
There's
Not that
nothing
book.
there.
Not that book. Don't do that book.
Don't do that book.
It's up to you. Have you interpreted that?
No. Right. No. Most of my magic is illusionary. I have occasional blasty things, but they're not going to work against that. What if I hit them?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on up there.
As they're doing this, another wave of psychic energy. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
That one's better. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you feel Shondale Woods, right? You feel something being leached from Shondale Woods, sights, memories, sound, but then you fight back against it and you're able to take it. But the strain from it, you feel the warmth of blood dripping from your ears, from your nose. It was tears initially, but now you feel blood dripping down your eyes. A huge headache sets in, and it begins to get blurrier and blurrier. Your eyes begin to fade, dizzy. You go on. Oh, go
I
ahead.
was going to say, is there enough room in there for another person? Qi'e, myself, and is there room in there for one person?
Just barely, yes.
I summon my echo behind for one more hit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This
Take
is
her
so
out.
cool right
Take
now.
her
Just
out.
is Echo just coming behind?
That's a 15. So no.
Okay.
I'm shy.
Yeah. Chia brings her hand up and stops the echo.
Ooh.
I have one last idea.
Top 10 anime moments.
I have one last idea. I've been saving it, but I didn't know what we were going to use it for. I reach out, grab the blue sapphire with swirling energy, the elemental the fierce elemental that's inside, and I slam it to the ground to explode and release it.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you want to describe what the elemental looks like, or do you want me to describe what the elemental
Please.
looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you slam this elemental down into the ground. I assume it's a flame elemental. Is that?
No,
Water.
it's I believe it was. I
Water?
thought it was water elemental.
It's a water elemental? Okay. So, yeah, you slam this thing into the ground, and you see it generates a large puddle that spreads across the ground. The puddle begins to swirl slowly and then quickly, as if like a whirlpool on the ground. And that whirlpool generates more and more velocity and then shoots upward, almost like a water weird, and then comes back down and forms itself into almost like a person, but then like a beefier kind of person with no legs, and kind of like scoots along the ground, comes up towards you, says, "Master."
I have one request. Break those chains, and you're free.
And it shoots over towards the chains and begins to kind of like pummel at them. Okay, yeah, 19. Yeah, so it comes up towards the chains and it begins to kind of pummel at these chains. It elongates its body, kind of utilizing the fluid dynamics of like water. It elongates itself and begins to pummel at the chains. And as it does, you see, because the chains are so frigid, every impact forms like chunks of ice that begin to kind of fall. And the chains begin to like kind of gum up with the ice. And you see they kind of kink and begin to kind of break, and they begin to fall. And as they fall, you see DW's body, or not DW, sorry, Valir's body. Sorry,
Suddenly I appeared.
Sorry,
it's
you
all
see
good, it's all good. What am I-
Valir's body also falls with the chains, unconscious, bleeding from all of the orifices of his face. Falls down.
My
with
niece is
them.
going to catch him as he sort of
Okay.
falls.
Yep.
What is my status right now? What is happening?
Where are you? What would you like to be doing?
Well, I
currently?
hit for
I'm on the
19,
ground,
but I
apparently,
don't
and
even.
I'm
You are still coughing, but I mean you are not incapacitated. You are not you can do things.
Okay. As I see him cast the water elemental, I take out my longbow. And is there an open area for me to at least shoot?
Yeah,
at
you are
Gia?
in a wilderness area like where you were previously. Yes.
Great. I am seeing kind of what's happening to sorry, you're doing me do it now.
Sorry.
To Valir.
Sorry.
To Valir, and I basically take out my bow and I'm trying to keep my composure, and I'm basically just ready to aim on like one knee, and I'm ready to shoot at Chia. So
Sure. Go for it.
here we go. Wow. Yeah. No, that ain't gonna work. That's an 8.
Yeah. So as you go to fire,
Yeah.
you see one of the chains reaches out and grabs you around the waist and lifts you, and yeah, like lifts you up off of the ground, the chain, and so it throws your shot off. So now you are being lifted by the chain as well.
Okay.
Can I attempt to cast a spell?
No.
Okay.
No, you cannot. You
No,
are
like
not.
in my mind though.
As long as it, I mean, you are not in control of your mouth or your.
No, but can I cast it in my mind against him?
Does it have verbal, semantic, or material components?
I mean, it has auditory components.
You can't utilize your
Okay.
mouth,
words.
unfortunately.
No, not me. It just appears. I'm trying to cast Shatter.
Yeah, in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Can we see Chia now? That is
You
broken
can
open?
definitely see Chia. She is.
Can I
she is visible.
use conjure animals to conjure 8 giant owls to go and just swarm and try to break these
can.
chains apart and attack her and just get
The
her out?
chains,
chains are
apart.
gone.
I
They're
mean,
gone.
yeah, okay.
They're
Just, I
dropped,
mean,
yeah.
just try
To
to
swarm her. Yes,
Yeah, swarm her.
absolutely. You
Okay.
can.
Just roll, I guess, d20s.
Roll
Okay.
d20s. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What is it? What do I need to hit? Those are 2 misses.
16s, I believe.
16 is my armor
That's
class.
1 hit. 3 hits. Might put you out.
Careful.
3 hits altogether. But I'm doing non-lethal though.
Okay.
It's just they're just trying to like, headbutt or whatever they're doing. I don't know.
I'm just running low. I'm running low.
That's the idea, though. We want you to run low
What if I?
of non-lethal.
Yeah, I
You'll
guess
go
non-lethal.
unconscious.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's fair.
3
That's fair.
hits?
I'll take that.
Sorry, what are the damage
damage dice on those. I should have kept that one.
No, I'm completely unconscious.
You're unconscious. You're unconscious.
Sorry.
It happens. I'm the one who jumped up there. Or bamfed up there.
Alright, so that is going to be quite a bit of damage. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. 12, 18, 24.
Oh,
it's
no.
going to be... It's going to be like 32 damage?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. Yeah, so
But
you see,
non-lethal.
yeah, the owls begin to kind of swarm Chia. You see them kind of dive bombing. They land. They begin to kind of like peck and slash. You see in this like cloud of feathers and talons and beaks, angry hoots and things like that. Feathers flying everywhere. And in that moment, you see Chia careen to the ground and fall into a heap of dust and ash. Yes.
Oh, I mean, if I see her falling, I'm still in flight.
Okay.
Can I dive after?
You can dive after and try to catch her. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Do I have to roll for that?
Dexterity or something?
Yeah. Roll me like a dex.
Okay. Well, a dex, that would be 23.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You swoop down and you catch Chia. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
And she's unconscious now?
She's unconscious.
Okay. So I come down and I catch her, and I lay her down gently in a clearing. Is there some where are we on over the ground? So I'm
Just covered in ash,
down.
right?
She
Yeah,
is.
just gonna okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna
You lay her
lay
down in an ash
gently.
clearing. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna get up and then walk over towards Valir and check on him. Is he unconscious?
He is unconscious.
Is he at 0? Will a heal kit help at all? In any way?
Probably not at this point.
Where is that damn cleric of ours?
Yeah.
Here.
As you say that, and you look around, you see where Chia has been placed. You see her roll over, and she looks directly at you, Nelius.
Me?
No, Nelius. She looks. Yeah,
That's
you.
my
Yeah, you
body.
roll. Yeah, Chia's body rolls over, and you see her eyes look directly at you, Nelius.
Oops.
And for a moment, roll me a wisdom.
Saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Nat 20.
Okay, so for a moment,
I went from a nat 1 to a nat
Yeah.
20. We're doing great.
you see like
Good
the
direction.
black in her eyes goes away, and you see Chia. You see the eyes. You see her eyes, her kind eyes, and they lock with yours. You see hurt. You see pain. You see fear. What would you like to say? Anything? Would you like to do
I misty
anything in
step
this
to her.
moment?
Yeah. I say stop him.
Okay. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you misty step over, and in that quick of an instant, immediately, it's back to black, and Volatar is taken back over. And as you get there, Volatar's voice rings out again, as the chains begin to move. Nelius, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
You bastard.
Do it. You got it.
No, we don't. Actually, would I have advantage on this one? On the...
No.
Okay. So 8.
Okay. Yeah, the chains immediately kind of wrap around you, and they wrap around your kind of arms and legs, and they pin you to the ground. And you hear the voice of Volatar in your head. It says, "You were foolish to rely upon Vecna. Of all the champions that came this far, how foolish of you." And you feel the darkness closing in on you as things begin to go darker and darker and darker and darker still. And as it goes darker, you hear, "Pathetic." The world around you melts, and you find yourself standing in a lonely town square. It's mostly empty, except for a lit pyre. And upon that lit pyre, there's a figure tied. Their back is to you.
Am I free to move? I slowly make my way closer, as if unsure this is real.
Yeah, I mean, you can smell the smell of fire and smoke,
Is there
burning wood. You smell the smells of a town, fresh baked bread, grass. The ground crunches under your feet, dirt, rubble.
Is this a male or is it a woman or a man, or
It appears to be a man.
are there people with torches or anything? Are they?
No,
It's
it
just
is
a pyre.
It is a pyre with a man upon it.
I assume dead.
No, seems to be alive.
You! What are you doing?
He doesn't move. He appears to be tied to a pole atop the pyre.
He's tied to it.
Yes. The fire is lit under his feet.
I urgently run over to him.
Yeah. As you approach, you can see him better. He wears ragged clothes that are singed and burned throughout. He is covered with burns and blisters, his body red, white, and black.
Oh my God. All right, my friend. I'm going to get you out of here. Hold still.
As you get up closer, you get a good look at him. He's covered in sweat. His reddened face finally focuses upon yours. His hair is matted with sweat in some places, and in some places it has been burned completely off. And as he turns to look at you, you see the face of Tolar. He looks at you with pained gasps of breath as he struggles to take in cool air, but with every breath, the heated vapors burn his lungs even more. The smoke rises from the pyre, and he says, "Brother! Brother!
I'll get you out of here. I'll get you out of here.
What have you done? What have you done?"
What? I've done nothing. What do you mean? I'm gonna get you out of here. And I start.
The flames ignite immediately, and you feel the presence of someone standing directly behind you.
I turn around.
You turn and see the disappointed face of your master, Amakir. He looks down upon you. He has a scowl of disdain as he looks you over. "I am ashamed of what you have become, how far you have fallen. You chose to embrace a power you cannot control. In a moment of weakness, you chose something dark and evil. I thought that I could control your foolish urges. I was wrong. Everything I taught you about control over the arcane and about yourself was a waste of time."
No. I had this under control. This was not my fault.
You were supposed to leave something for this world to remember.
I tried.
Instead, you chose chaos and destruction.
Oh, I didn't choose this. I was seeking to end it. I was trying to stop whatever this damn demon is.
You chose vengeance over everything else, and look where it brought us. Look what you've done to all of us.
No.
And
this wasn't me.
And from behind him, you hear another voice. A small voice. It projects from behind him. The voice of your mother. It says, "It should have been you up on that pyre, Nelius."
Mother, what? No. I did everything I could to get to save you all. I left. There was no. How is this even possible? No. You're not real. You're not real. I've seen enough.
And in your mind, you hear it again. It should have been you. And then you hear the voice of your brother scream out in pain as the flames consume him even more.
You're already dead.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Please roll low so we can end this torture.
11.
It's so sad. It's always so
It's so
sad. This is the depression movie.
the flames brighten, almost impossibly bright, and the screams intensify, but they're no longer Tolar's, they're yours. And you feel the flames licking your own body as you realize you are on that pyre. You feel the flames licking your own body, and you are transferred back to the forest, back to where you are pinned down by chains by Vol'Antia.
I just stare off.
You hear Vol'Antia's voice again ring back in your ears. How much of a disappointment you were in comparison to your brother. Terrible. Oof. Let's just end it. Roll me a strength saving throw.
Roll for them sick burns. Sorry. I can't stop.
Just
you know what?
Send it, man. Just
10.
Yeah. The chains pull you down into the earth, pulling you further and further, crushing you down into the dirt.
I don't even bother fighting it.
Yeah.
Do I have
we see
access
this?
to any of this because we're both kind of being?
You can. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I can.
No, you
I'm
mean
sorry
you
it
can.
took me this long.
Yeah, roll me a wisdom save.
So she can see all this?
Oh yeah, she's seeing everything.
Oh.
She is seeing everything.
It's a heavy burden to carry.
Yeah, you are seeing it all. You are like on a bus,
I guess
and
my
you've got a
reactions
front
in
row
real
seat.
time were actually really happening.
Yeah.
Okay, a 7.
Yeah, you can see it, but
can't do
what are you doing in your subconscious right now?
So am I watching it from like a far away?
No, you are seeing it as if you are there. It's like
So
you are.
I'm in
It's
the
like
fray.
yeah, you are there, but you can't do
I
anything.
can't move.
No, but you are there.
I can't speak.
No, you can speak in your head.
Darn it. Well, that's not gonna do anything.
I mean,
Can he see me?
he can see Chia. He can't see he sees
Can
Chia.
see Chia,
Yeah.
Evil
but not
Chia.
Chia.
So we see this.
Oh, you all. Well, you don't see what was going on.
No,
with him
obviously,
and-
but we can
still
see
in
him.
the
Dex
air,
being
right?
dragged
Yeah,
out.
you see
Yes.
him.
I'm still up there.
Oh yeah,
We'll get
you're,
to you.
you're being held by.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to you.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Can I speak to Vol'Antia?
You can absolutely speak to Vol'Antia.
Vol'Antia, gosh!
Is that what you
Darn it,
say?
Vol'Antia.
Gosh darn it,
Gosh
Vol'Antia.
darn it, Vol'Antia!
little-
You little guy. No, I see all this happening, and I say, what did I tell you about leaving them out of it? What do you gain from this?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing stupid stuff.
Would you rather see what comes next?
No, what? Are you even listening to me? I've been saying this whole time. Stop.
So then I'm doing you a favor.
What's the favor then? Please enlighten me.
You don't have to see what terror you have brought upon this world. Don't worry, Chia. For your service, I will kill you last.
Okay. Well, you seem awful cocky about all this, and I don't really appreciate you toying with my friends. So what's it gonna take to get you to stop?
You've lost.
You can
can't
take
stop
me, I don't care.
I already have.
Great. So do whatever you want, just leave them out of it.
It's too late for that, Chia.
Really. You're making the active choice to do this. I don't think it's too late.
It is.
So I'm between these two. I see him getting dragged down. He's flying up in the air. Just hold on a little longer. And I run to Nelius, and the chains they're grabbed around him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my staff and I'm gonna shove it between the chains to try to kind of hold it up and pull it up. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna use my other fist. I'm just gonna start pummeling the chain and try to break it.
Okay.
Is there any way I could use? Is it strength saving throws or?
Roll me a strength. Right. Yeah. Try to. You can both roll me strengths.
I mean, there's not much I can do.
Oh. That's well, that's a nat 20.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're able to pry the chain and
Okay, so
drop.
I'm like wiggling out.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah. And drop.
get her!
And what'd you do?
If I'm hitting, then I use my dexterity, in which case it would be a 17. If I'm hitting the chain, if I'm just pulling.
I mean,
on,
the chain moves in your way. It allows you to hit it.
it allows me to hit it. Am I doing any damage to it?
Very little.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, it does some
Good effort.
damage. Yeah, it does some damage, but it's very little.
It's like when you punch a brick wall and you're like,
Yeah, it's
So
a,
right now, but
it's a magical. It appears to be like a magical implement, and so your physical kind of force is not doing as much as you would think it should.
so
Someone help me here! Help me! Nelius! Fight!
as I'm free, I jump down and I take a potion of speed. I decide to break out potion of speed to
Excellent.
be able to move. And so just to go over it, Vol'Antia is in the middle right there, or is it just out? Like, is it just the animate chains right now that's moving around?
Vol'Antia could be in the middle. That's fine. Sure.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
just like, but is
Yeah.
there anything that do I notice anything? Should I roll a perception? Could anything physically affect him, like shooting something at him or trying to attack
I don't
him?
know that you would have any way to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an elder evil, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you would know anything.
As he is, Digo's gonna go again for an attack,
Sure.
seeing him. So, basically, in a rage, going again. Wow, that's going to dice jail. That's a 3.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see, the shot goes and a chain moves in the way and just kind of blocks your.
As
Your
it like
shot.
blocks, I'm just like screaming. I'm just like, why won't you die?
Can someone please help me with this chain? Please!
I like.
Nelius! Fight!
Can I dash over to him and help him?
Sure.
Okay, so like I move since I took the potion, and I go right next to you, and here to go, and I'm basically holding the chain with you, and I'm trying to pull. I'm just like, go, come on!
I'm gonna have 2 miles try to flap and pull at him. I'm gonna have 4 more of them just go separate directions and look for like a way out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like literally split them
Sure.
all up,
As
and
you're-
then I'm gonna have a couple more to try to attack the swirly thing of
Sure.
Vol'Antia. So
Yeah, as you're doing that, you see one of the chains reaches into a thick undergrowth, and it pulls out kind of like the barely conscious body of Chimera. And it wraps its chain around her neck and kind of lifts her up. And says, "Ah, there you are, warrior from a bygone era. You should have stayed imprisoned." And kind of raises her up as if kind of like hanging her over a tree branch by her neck, and says, should have gotten rid of you all those millennia ago when I had the chance. Now you can join those that came before. As she kind of hangs there.
is she dead or is she? Does she seem dead? Is
She
not
is
moving?
barely alive. You see her feet kicking as she struggles to kind of get the chains, but she's barely alive.
Kind of yell.
Revert. 2 of those owls are gonna go to the chain and try to try to break this free.
I look at her. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting Tiamat. You're dead before we actually get to her.
Yeah, as you do that, one of the chains comes towards you again. Roll me a strength. Or no, a dexterity, I
dex,
suppose.
yeah, I
A
was
dex,
gonna
yeah,
say,
it'd
I'm
be a
gonna
dex.
dodge.
Yeah, it'd be a dex.
Ooh, 18 plus
18?
21. So
Okay, yeah, the chain
I
comes.
like
How do
do
you
like a
dodge it?
cartwheel and then like to a back full, and I'm just like screaming at you, just like, you're not gonna get me.
Yeah, he laughs and says, you have nowhere to go. It's only a matter of time.
like as you say that, I'm like pulling out my battle axe and I'm just like flipping it and just like ready to like go back in. I don't go back in yet. I'm just like waiting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming my owls haven't found anything.
No,
Searching. They
does
just
not appear to
never
be
came
anything.
back.
Yeah, they've not come back. They're still looking.
Still looking?
Yeah, still looking.
Forever, like for
All
eternity.
faithful.
I've been flying for 15 years. I haven't found shit.
Boss, what do you want? Boss, we're trying here.
Do you still have your earring of message?
I do.
Ooh, talk to her.
I still have mine.
Wait, are you unconscious?
Yeah, you're
I'm
you're
I
pretty
was,
much yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
You're still kind of conscious, I suppose, just barely.
Do we have 3 or 2?
We have 3, so you
We
have
have
one
3.
too, right?
Yeah.
So you can, if you, that might be meta.
I don't
too.
know anything
We-
what's happening.
we
I'm
might
pretty
be meta
mad
too
right
much
now.
right now, but
I'm kind of mad right
No,
now
but
at
you're
this
right
thing.
that I do have mine. I got it back last time.
The only thing I whisper through the earring message, and I just say, I'm sorry. It was my fault. That's all you hear.
Can I hear that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear it.
I look towards.
Do I see him saying it as well?
No, it's in the earring.
Yeah.
It's in the
Yeah,
ear,
but
you
he's
could probably
whispering.
yeah
Can I
because
see-
you're
can
It's
I
his
see-
mind.
Yeah.
Can I see
well,
Chia doing that? Like almost like she is listening, like because the earring glows when
Oh.
it's working.
you can probably see the ear.
I don't know
glow.
who he's saying it to,
But
I
you can hear him say it because you are trying to
Yeah.
currently pry him up.
Understood.
You can see that something is
I
happening
go
with
into
the
my
earring.
bag
yeah.
as I'm seeing her listening to it, and I'm just like in a rage, just like, so I'm basically just right here. And I'm just like looking at her, and then I'm just like taking the earring, putting it in, and then just like kind of staring at them. And yeah, now I can hear you.
Am I able to?
And as I hear him,
communicate back? Sorry. Am I now able to communicate outside of just a Vol'Antia?
roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm saving all these throws. Oh, not too shabby. That's a 17.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead. What would you like to say back?
Okay, so you said, I'm sorry, this is my fault. Chia's voice, my voice rings out in both of their minds. And I say, it's nobody's fault. Well, if anyone's, it's mine, but we don't need to dwell on that right now, okay? We have to stop him.
Let's kill it now. We don't have to die here.
There's not much I can do from here but speak to you, so if you have any ideas, I'm all open.
Can't die. We can't die. We can't die. I'm literally saying that in my mind, just like going mad at that point, just yelling, "We can't die!" Like so
Yes.
infused with just wanting to kill Tiamat.
Tiamat's not here right now.
We're
We don't
not
need to
going
worry.
to die.
We don't need to worry about Tiamat right now. Vol'Antia needs to be our sole focus. Take all that anger that you have for Tiamat and channel it towards Vol'Antia. You're not gonna get to kill Tiamat if we don't kill Vol'Antia.
I take that as like a full-on rage mode instead of like literally. I do something really stupid.
Okay. Hold that thought for
Okay,
1 second.
go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Take a.
I look at Nilius. Nilius, if you're awake, don't give up. It is not your fault. Come on. Where's that chaotic spirit of yours? Huh? Come on. Use your firebolt. Break the tree. Save Chimera. Break the chain. Help me. Help me.
I cast Arms of Hadar.
Okay.
Tendrils of dark energy start to form around my body, and then they shoot out. And since there's no one right next to me with the chains, they immediately start attacking the chains.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait, but aren't you next to me?
I hope not.
You are. You came over to me with Misty Step.
Son of a bitch.
No, we're. Oh, wait, we're near
True.
two.
Hope you dodge.
I'm literally unconscious.
You're technically not alive. Well, not, I mean, you're alive, but technically not-
unconscious.
you're technically unconscious.
Actually, haven't I sunk in the ground?
You're sunken into the ground.
Yeah. So
Okay.
You're all right.
I was a little freaked. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you're all right.
He didn't specify non-lethal.
So are you doing that then or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
As I
actually,
see
don't-
this, I'm gonna
actually I don't need to roll
step
for it. You do. You'd roll for the chains, and it would be a strength saving throw.
Okay. 20,
Damn it.
17. I mean, do I have to roll for each chain? I assume.
Yeah.
20, 17,
You can stop.
3,
No, you
and
broke one of
20.
them. Broke one of them.
So you broke one of the
All right,
chains.
so on a failed save, target takes 2d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Maybe didn't break it.
So
We'll see.
2d6.
Let's see how much you hit.
6 is probably not going
You know.
to.
As I see this, I just kind of fly back.
snake eyes,
Double ones.
It
Double
takes
ones.
2.
Okay.
And what you said there was 2 of them that failed?
Only one.
Uh,
So it does very
Good
minimal
effort.
damage.
oh wait, on the one that's on the ones that's wait, that's the one. On a successful save, creature takes half damage. So you're still gonna take
One
one.
damage for the others. Okay. Very well.
Just one. We got.
Gotta
We
take all
got.
we can get.
It still counts.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a
And
chance.
I fly back and I say, yes, yes, you dirty bastard.
And then it fizzles,
yes.
and then it fizzles out.
Just like a. Oh, that
Okay.
did nothing.
All right,
So
and then yes.
Gadu's going to look around and see all of his friends struggling now, Chimera and Neelius, and I see this swirling sort of circle of miasma, and I'm assuming that's where Vol'Antia is, yeah? I'm just assuming, at least. And then I start to feel with a rage, and I grab the staff on my back that has the priest of the shell, and my shell shatters, and I turn into the werebear character that I am. And I charge at Vol'Antia, and I say, "You will not take my friends!" And I swing with my shell axe, basically, at it.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll to hit? Or?
No, he'll move in front of you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, do I hit it then?
You hit him.
What happens?
Roll damage.
Okay. I mean,
That was fun.
it's fine. I gotta do much damage, but
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
do I get bonus damage because I was epic? But
Advantage.
I keep swinging. I'm like, 2
I
damage.
think that was like 12 damage.
Okay. Yeah, Volatar very eagerly moves in front of your blow, and you hear laughter as he you hear, "Is that all you have?"
I'm chopping at it like a tree. Just
As he's doing that,
Raging.
and then you say, "As all he has." It's just like I literally had the axe, and I'm just like, "He's got me!" And I literally run at him, and I jump in the air with my axe, and I'm just about to do like a downward strike. Actually, while I do that, when I'm running, I cast Hunter's Mark,
Sure.
move towards him, going down with my axe. Roll for it.
Roll
or
for
you
it.
just gonna-
No, I
okay,
mean,
we have to roll for
no,
it.
you hit. Roll damage.
Oh.
Yeah, roll damage.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Yeah. So that is.
Volatar is not afraid of you.
Of course not. You know.
He was still
hey,
hoping for that crit, though. You know.
You know. Hey, why the hell not?
he's like
Let's
jumping into it.
four.
He's like, wee.
Ooh, yes. Oh, wait, that's the extra 1d6. So 4 on that. So 11.
Okay.
Damage.
Yeah. Yeah. So you slice down with
Just
your
going
axe
down,
in a running jump. You slash down with your axe. You see it like impacts the miasma, and it like cuts through it as if like smoke kind of parts around the head of your axe, kind of rejoining itself as it passes through.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like any damage was done, but there was probably something that was done, but it's kind of hard to gauge,
So I'm guessing it's just an impossible thing to
But
hit.
well, no, I mean you're sure that you've done something, right? But it's hard to gauge,
Okay.
This is not a creature of flesh and bone, right? So
In between that, I also, in that rage, Digo ends up just like going through and slashing, like trying to basically move his axe and like slashing through, like, and still the same things are happening. Like,
Sure.
say he's just in that full rage, so I think I'm just tiring myself out, just like,
And just thinking I'm doing something, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm not.
yeah, and as you're staring into that darkness, that swirling jet black kind of like whirlpool of energy, your axe disappearing into it with each stroke. You stop to kind of catch your breath for a moment as your rage is just insatiable, and as you stop there, you see chains shoot back out at you. Roll me a dexterity save, and let's see if you can dodge them.
Let's see. Woo. Oh my god. 13 plus my, totally. Just want to make sure because I have something added. Whoops. That is, so that's a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to dodge out of the way just in time. And as you dodge, those chains immediately change course and shoot towards Gadu. I need you to make me a dexterity save.
My best stat.
I just look over at you as I'm dodging like flawlessly, and I'm just like, no! Just like, get away!
That's a nat 1.
Ah,
with a negative 1, so that's a 0.
Oh, Lord. Okay, Gadu.
Actually, I think I have a 0 on dex, not net 1.
Okay.
Okay. Well, very well. So the chains immediately kind of wrap around you, around all of your limbs, almost like wrapping you up, kind of like just a messy kind of knot. Mainly focused around your like core. And Chia is immediately kind of like moved in front of you.
I'm up again?
Oh yeah, I mean you've been up.
I know I was unconscious and I was in the floor. So.
Yeah, no, but you're
I'm
definitely
back. I'm
up.
back, baby.
Volutar is still very much utilizing your
All right,
form.
so
You're like floating basically, and she kind of moves in front of you with this like unnatural speed, as if she's being kind of like dragged through the air, kind of like a puppet with strings, you know, just kind of like moved over. And she kind of stops in front of you, her body kind of whipping with the force, and she like looks into your face, her eyes black, and as she does, she stops, and immediately you're thrust into the air, both of you, just impossibly far, as high up as you can even think. The world begins to get smaller and smaller beneath you as you continuously rise and rise and rise and rise, and as you do so, the kind of the air begins to get cleaner and cleaner, and then it gets thinner and thinner and thinner, and you hear the voice of Volutar through her mouth, and it says, "You should be thanking me, Old One, for I'm about to give you your wish."
I'm trying to breathe at this point. I'm sure I probably can't even like get a word through. I'm just snarling at this point. Just.
You wish to die, did you not? You seek that release.
You're gonna die before me. I'm trying to get my hand free with my axe. I can't move, I'm sure.
No, you are very much.
I go over to him, and I'm actually trying to...
I'm like 500 feet
away. Wait, hold on. Is there any way I
gone.
can climb the chain to like run up the chain?
No way. No, they are gone.
They're really
She
high
said
up.
no way.
He's a fast climber.
I don't think there's chains.
Yes, go ahead. What's that?
What are
So
they?
as he did his, as Nelius did his epic crit against the chains, I back up and then I fly out towards Chimera, and I fly up and try to pick her up over the tree, and lay her down.
She's already gone. I mean, she's been up there for a while now. She's gone.
Gone?
So I lay her down.
She's dead.
What?
And I brush her hair aside. I put my hand over her eyes, close them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I get up. I take a deep, deep, deep breath. I exhale, and I start flying up towards the chains.
Sure.
Thanks. High as I can.
Yeah, what's happening with Gadu and Chia?
Yeah, so he says, I must thank you, though, before this is all over, for you did exactly what I figured you would. Depending on you for all of this was, well, it was exactly what I thought you would do. You were so easy to read. Locking you in that mirror was perfect. I knew they'd come for you, that you would bring them and the keys right here, where I'm strongest. It was perfect.
I'm gonna make you pay.
Will you? I suppose you could, but first, you'd have to sprout wings. And with that, you feel your stomach kind of leave as the chains drag you down impossibly fast. And you see, as you look down, the ground gets faster and faster and faster and faster as the chains pull you downward. You're not falling, you're being drugged. You see the ground getting faster, impossibly fast. What is going through your head at this point?
A lot. I mean, Gadus, he just now realizes in this moment that by his friends coming to save them, that he caused all this to happen, and that's the worst thing that could ever happen to him. He does not want to die in this moment. He wants to live and defend his friends.
And that's all he's thinking about right before he hits the ground.
Am I able to catch him? Because I'm flying towards him. So now he's coming down towards me.
If you try to catch
I'm
him,
not falling.
I'm going to try to hold him up.
You're not, he's not falling. He's being
Dragged.
pulled.
I know.
If you try to catch him, you are going to be pulled as well, and you are going to be crushed underneath him. You don't even need to roll for that. You know,
Yeah.
like looking at him, like you are going to be pulled and crushed as well.
So there's no way I can grab him and try to fly
He is
him up
being,
to
it is-
minimize the blow.
He is basically coming down like a comet.
You get a nice thumbs up as I fly by you.
Everything's okay, Nick. Go.
Okay. Well, I'm flying down towards him then.
In the last moment, before the ground hits, you hear Vol'Atar's voice in your head. It says, "So fragile, so troubled. Your trauma was so sweet." And then the ground, you see him careen into the ground, this sickening splat of this crunch of bones and shell. And when the ash flies up, dirt and ash and rocks fly up, and when the dust clears, it is nothing but the broken and destroyed body of your friend.
So there's nothing a heal kit can do nothing.
You hear.
I don't think a heal kit's gonna heal that. No.
You
Some
good?
duct tape.
I got some
got
good
duct
berries.
tape.
You good, buddy? You good? His head's gone.
I mean,
Okay.
In your defense, you have tried to do that before, so.
Okay.
You know, I tried. It cares to try.
Yeah. From the wreckage of your body, your ring comes up out of the broken heap and glows
His ring.
and flies up like a shooting star up to where Chia is floating. And you hear Vol'Atar say, "Thanks for the key."
That was the ring that I had?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
You are no longer needed.
GG.
Well, it was nice knowing y'all.
And you hear another earth-shattering crack as another chain disappears.
Those are like the chains of his prison, huh? Like the actual chains.
I fly down, I see him. Let's see what I do.
I'm assuming I can't talk. Just making sure.
Hold on. There's a chance. Your mouth. Mouth.
Does someone want to roll a medicine
If I
check?
roll
He's just
nat
like,
20
like smashed his head in.
Honoring
Hey
him.
guys, I'm still good.
If I roll nat 20, can I get like just 2 words?
Thank
that's
you,
not gonna-
Roland
I'm just kidding.
Anthony.
Can we?
Wait.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Obviously.
Do you have a thing in your ear? I was saying, if you had a thing in your ear, you could have done something when you were careening.
Falling.
That would have been
The
terrifying.
shot.
I love you guys.
And
Did we lose signal?
Can I roll something to just try and get down to him for a moment?
You can roll a wisdom save.
Y'all, give me some. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That's an 8.
We're all gonna die.
You cannot fight through Vol'Atar. In this moment, you feel this surge of confidence, this surge of like pride and victory. Like Vol'Atar is empowered in this moment as he accepts another key from your group.
What is wrong with you?
This is exactly what it was meant to be. I am going to be freed.
But it didn't have to come to all this violence.
What did you think was going to happen, Chia?
Not this.
You dared think that you could control me,
I was never trying to
an
control
elder
you.
evil? Foolish girl. This is what you've wrought. You invited me in. You did this.
I'm not going to take your manipulative tactics. If it wasn't me, it was going to be someone else.
But it was you.
Fine. And I'll live with that for the rest of my life, however short it may be at this point.
Good thing for you it will be.
But I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you in this life, in the next, wherever it may be.
He gives you control. Then stop it. You can move your arms again.
Well, there's not, I don't think my arms will help in this situation. Am I still up in the sky?
He laughs.
Am I still up in the
Yeah.
sky, though? Okay. You're mocking me.
You begin to fall.
Can I cast something?
You could try.
Can I cast plant growth?
How close do you have to be to plants to cast plant growth? What's the range?
150 feet.
You are not 150 feet from a plant.
Okay. You know, it was a
there's
good
any plants
effort.
nearby.
Good effort. Can I? Can I pull out my immovable rod?
Yeah. Do you have it?
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
I grab the immovable. No, I do have the immovable rod.
I think you did. No.
You left it at the.
No, I thought I grabbed it back.
According to, I heard that you left it because it ended up in a bag that I had.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Do you have the thing?
Uh-oh.
Womp womp.
Wait. Well, hold on.
Maybe you can use the skin bag.
like a parachute.
Go inside
Yeah, like a
the
parachute.
skin bag. Oh, parachute. My other thought was, yeah.
You could be saying something. I still got my potion of flight. I'm not gonna metagame.
Do I
Thinking in real time.
do I still have the replicating rubber duck?
Wait, what?
They were weird items before.
There's some
Do
weird
I
items.
still have the
I know.
replicating rubber duck? It's in my bag, but I don't know if I still have it.
From a darker.
I'm
I
gonna
don't think that would do anything.
I'm gonna defer to the rest of the party because I don't remember replicating rubber duck. So
We
I guess
literally got
I'm-
it last time. It's new.
still have it.
I believe you. I'm not
It-
saying you
it
don't.
doesn't-
I
it doesn't
don't
replicate
remember
like
it.
infinitely fast. It takes time to replicate. So by the
Okay,
time it hits the
listen,
ground,
y'all. I'm
it's-
trying everything I
Yeah.
can here.
Like one big duck.
I think at this point you'd be like splatted thinking of options.
It's like my life is going in slow motion, and I'm like,
I thought she was dead.
I can
no,
still
I'm
jump
still
in on this,
falling.
right?
I was unconscious.
Yeah.
I was
Who's
unconscious.
alive now? It's you two, and then you're technically
I mean, Neelis is technically
was-
incapacitated at this point.
I was about to
Way
have
to
a.
go, buddy.
Well, I could jump in my
Go on,
moment.
do it.
I said,
Can I
Well,
try
yeah.
and parachute with
so
this skin
sorry.
bag?
No, I was
yeah,
joking.
okay. But you
I
can't
was
say things
joking.
and not expect me to try.
No, I mean,
That's
that's
told DM. You can try.
You can always try.
Certainly try.
Always try anything.
You can certainly try.
All right. Well, the immovable rod would have helped.
Unfortunately
Sorry.
not. Yeah, you begin to plummet, and
Yeah.
and you hear Volatar in your mind say, "What's wrong?
Okay, I just rolled.
What's wrong? I thought you were going to stop me."
Oh yeah,
Oh.
really funny, Volatar.
Oh, and then you lose control again as he takes over, and you are no longer in control again as he swoops down and lands kind of back down on the ground as chains again shoot out towards.
That I'm safe.
Yeah, I mean you're not.
He didn't kill me.
No, he didn't kill you. No,
Interesting.
he told you he would kill you last.
Interesting.
He's a man of his word.
He is a man of his word.
He's an elder evil of his word.
He's an elder of his word. He made a pact. He won't.
Yeah.
Chains shoot out for Heiko, and they shoot out for Digo.
Dodging.
Yep, go for it. Both of you can make dex.
I'm
dodge all
dodging
day.
with Dex.
Well, if I may have a moment, just want to know
Oh, yes,
where I'm
please.
at. Once
Yes.
I see his body, when I say, and I accept the result,
Just dodging.
and I just I walk away. I sit down, and I take out my tea gourd, and I start drinking some tea and just taking a deep, deep breath, understanding that this is the cycle. Trying to understand where I can fit in the balance. Maybe not in this lifetime. Maybe the next. We'll see. And I wait for my turn. So, as that darts out at me, I will be dodging.
Sure.
It's a 23 on
Okay.
my end.
Yes.
Literally, the chains come at me, and I do like this 540 flip, and I'm just
Yeah.
literally dodging. Have my axe, so does it do anything if I hit the chains or no? It just at this point, or
I mean, the chains they do take damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I use my battle axe to strike at the chains. See, that's not gonna work. 11.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You miss as they come at
Yeah.
you. Then you just kind of whiff it and.
Okay. I'm just basically at this point. I'm basically evading and just trying to lightly strike to get away from the chains. So I'm just boom, and then just evading around the swarm right now.
Sure.
So it's kind of just all the tricks I can do. I'm burning out my stamina right now, so I'm just getting so tired the whole time. It's and I'm moving through, just trying to evade, and it's just I know it's getting worse the whole time, and I know something bad's coming.
I roll a 25.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to dodge as well. And as you both dodge, you see the chains both divert and they go off to the side. And you see Reiku is hiding kind of like behind a tree. They wrap around him and the tree, kind of pinning him in there against it.
And he has the other key.
Is your key gone? Or
No,
you still have yours?
I still have mine. Okay.
What do you do?
I sit back down in a meditative pose.
Okay.
And I try to psychically reach out to Vol'Antia.
Yeah, you feel some feedback as you do that, and you hear kind of like a voice of Vol'Antia come back to you, but it's impossibly loud. It seems to kind of like kind of drown your senses, almost disrupting your peace, your inner balance. As he says, "Wait your turn," and behind you, you hear Vol'Antia as he speaks to Reiku, and says, "Your intervention was unexpected, dwarf. Should have stayed back where you belonged. You had no business being here. But I do appreciate the gift that you've brought me." And you see the chains kind of like shoot in towards Reiku. They almost like lash at him as you see bits of like flesh go flying from behind the tree. You hear Reiku cry out. He's on the other side of the tree. You don't actually see his body, but you know he's there. And you see the chains pull out a music box. It's like holding a music box kind of like wrapped around it, kind of waving it in front. And says, "Do you feel fulfilled now, dwarf? This place will be your tomb."
I have a question.
Yes.
Remind me, if Vol'Antia is released, is Venar also released, or is it by choice the keys you release one or the other?
So, Venar and Vol'Antia share the same prison, but one grows stronger than the other.
But Venar could still be released by the end of this.
Yes, but he won't
Technically,
be.
but he'll be
as
too
strong.
weak and will
Too
be
weak. Okay, I just
destroyed.
wanted to check. I just wanted to check. Thank
Yep.
you.
He says, "I hope you've made peace with the ones that you've left behind. The sights and sound of your homeland will never again grace your eyes and ears. I hope it was worth it, dwarf, to play the hero. I hope it was worth it." And you see the chains crush the music box in a bright flash of like radiant light. The box falls by the side of the tree, crushed and broken, and you see the chains just lash at the side of the tree, and you hear the sound of like bones breaking, and you see the sinew and blood begin to move as you hear Reiku's cries for help, and they get weaker and weaker as the chains begin to lash and lash and lash. Your sacrifice here was truly in vain.
I yell at Hideko. Seeing that, I see Riku die. And I'm just like, take my backpack off. And I'm like holding my axe, and I'm just like, this is it. This is it. What are you sitting there for?
I start to smile and I look at him.
We have to win. We have to win. We have to win. Get up. Get up!
Not all battles are meant to be won.
No. You're dead. You're dead! Do the other thing again. Run right towards him. Just I'm booking it at this point.
I have potion of speed, so my speed is like doubled right now, and I'm just literally just jutting over.
Sure.
This is kind of just, you know, do or don't moment, and I'm doing it. I go to strike again at the what I think is a target, a valuable target, because I don't know what else to strike. And yeah, do I need to roll?
No.
No.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Just going in through a flurry of blows with the axe. As I'm doing it, I'm just like, literally, I'm just screaming the whole time. I'm like, I'm not gonna die! I'm not going to die! This is not over! I'm getting to it now! This is it! You're not gonna get me! This is it! Please! And I'm literally just crying and throwing blows the whole time. And yeah, it's just a flurry of just blows and crying and screaming at you.
Yeah, each one of them hits. You slash through. You're leaving like trails of miasma in your wake, kind of like wading through, just slashing and slashing and slashing. Yeah. You feel as if you were doing something. Again, you don't know how much. This is not an enemy that you've ever faced before.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you don't know what damage looks like to this thing. You know. It does not bleed. It does not have bones that you are breaking. There's no ligaments. There's no sinew. There's no tissue, right? So what you are doing, you are not sure, but you are doing something, right?
I think I'm putting, as a note, I'm putting just all my stamina into this. Like, there's so much 𝐒𝐸𝐸's doing, especially beyond the potion of speed, having Hunter's Mark supposedly on this target. He's just striking everywhere, and he's trying to move as fast as possible. And I think, like, double his speed now, so he's, like, literally jumping around, just sporadically trying to strike certain areas, thinking he has his way. And I'm just, I'm in a rage. I can't.
Okay.
I'm just striking at this point.
As you do, chains begin to come from all angles, striking at you from everywhere. Roll me a dex at disadvantage.
Suppose I had that 21. What's disadvantage on
Roll
it?
twice. Take the lowest.
Okay. Ooh, wow, that was bad. So I had a 23 or 20 or 19, nat 19, and I got a 7.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so it's a 7. So the chains, since they're coming from all directions, it's almost unavoidable. They wrap around your leg. They wrap around.
Sorry, 12. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I need to add everything. That makes so much of a difference.
They end up wrapping around each one of your limbs. One around your torso, around your arms, around your legs, and he pulls you taut. And you are like kind of like in the middle of the miasma now. I mean, you are there. Roll me a strength save.
Okay.
Let me see how tight he has you.
Let's see. Whew. That's a 3.
Yeah, you are pulled tight. I mean, you feel your muscles, your ligaments pulled to almost their breaking point, to their max. You cannot move. And as that happens, you feel yourself drifting. And you are back standing in your village. And all around you, it's burning. It's rubble. People are running and screaming. You're under attack. There are your own people attacking your own people. There are, in the distance, you see there is a portal that has opened, and you can see the form of Tiamat in the nine hells, kind of like looking over this battle. And all around you, there are your kin being slain. You see your father. You see your mother fighting desperately.
Can I move? Can I
Yes.
do anything? Oh. I think, can I, do I have anything on me?
Yes.
Okay.
You have weapons, you have armor.
First thing I do, where's my mother?
She's probably 50 feet away. She's back to back with your father. They're fighting an onslaught of enemies.
I take the 50 feet as I see him. It's just like natural reaction. I'm running towards him. I'm just like, I don't speak. I just see them. And it's like, and I run, and I'm just crying, and I'm broken down, and I'm just crying the whole time running. I got still. Potion of speed still in effect, or am I just still like in this limbo? Yeah, I'm normal, natural. Okay. I'm just running at this point. I'm just like, and I take out the axe I have, and I'm trying to get to them. I'm dodging people, just moving through. Do I get to them? What happens?
You can, yes.
Okay. I get to them. I literally, the first enemy I see my mom fighting, I literally try to strike at them, and I join with her.
So you try to strike them, but it's as if you're moving underwater. You grab, but it's like you're fighting in a dream.
The worst.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
You grab with your weapon, but you have no force behind it.
So it's just like,
you kind of tap them with your weapon. It does no damage. It does nothing.
I get to a point where I'm just like, I don't even use the axe anymore. I take arrows. I try to stab into somebody.
Nothing.
I'm just like,
and your parents look at you with such disappointment.
No! I just take everything off, and I'm just going barefoot, just using fists. So I'm just like going through, and I'm trying to strike. So it's just like a slow strike, right? So it's just like.
In that instant, you see your father looks towards you and says, "What's wrong with you? Fight!" And as he turns to look at you in that moment of distraction, he's run through.
Oh.
And you see the look of surprise in his eyes as he turns, and he opens his mouth as the sanguine fluid, just blood, spills. And he grabs the weapon as it's protruding through his stomach. You see one of his own kin on the other side of it, like snarling in his face, just lifts with the sword, just kind of bisecting him.
No! And I literally go over and I try to grab him. So I'm moving slow the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so I try to just do this giant leap, like I just want to grab him, just put my fingers into his eyes. I'm just like, and I'm moving. I just can't even move that fast. So I'm just like, no. And what am I doing? What else do I see?
I mean, the fight is still raging around you. Everyone is moving at normal speed. Yes.
Can Digo still hear me through the earring?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I can't move that fast. So basically, I look back at my mother, and as I'm like still leaping in that slow-mo in the air, I look back and I'm like seeing her, and I'm basically just like putting a hand out, realizing this is it. Like, I know she's gonna die. I failed. So I think in that moment, like, I'm just moving in slow-mo, and I kind of just fall to the ground next to my father, and I don't know, what else do I see?
His head rolls over to face you, and he looks you dead in the eyes, and he just says, "You're such a disappointment. You're so weak." And then it fades out, and you are back in this miasma, and you hear Vol'Antia again, and says, "You are undisciplined and untested. You are an unsuitable champion for this realm. They chose to put their faith in you, and they chose poorly."
You're nothing.
You pretend to be a master of dragons, but you can't even master yourself. There's so much that you still need to learn.
I'll kill you!
Oh, pity that you have no time to do it.
I'm sorry.
And you dared to dream of besting Tiamat.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Your foolish nature has spelled the end for you. It's time to meet your god. Pelor, or Bahamut, or whomever. Don't get too cozy, though, for they will share your fate soon enough. And you feel the chains pull as it gets tighter and tighter, and you can hear the pop and the snap of your bones and your sockets and your ligaments as your body parts are ripped from your body?
Everything. Just, do I have any sort of death instantly? Can't use
use relentless endurance.
No, you are basically a torso at this point.
You know, I think orcs can kind of, get through that.
Torso.
I'm just right there, and I'm like, "Ugh!" Just dead. So I fall to the ground, just everything rips, and I'm just like, I just give like one look, and I'm just like, Bahamut will be saved. I just fall. That's it.
I grab the dagger that's inside the broken hilt that's in my robe. I put it down in front of me. I watch as the aura spins around it. I bow and I say, I will see you soon, Mother. I pick it up. I put it in my robe. And I stand up. And I turn. And I take my robe and the top, and I throw it off. On the back you see a tattoo of a phoenix rising. Scars all over his back, burnt into him. As if they look painful even though they're very old. I stand up and I walk towards a swirling Vol'Antia. And I say to him, I guess it's my turn now. You've taken everyone. It's time for the cycle to restart, isn't it? Maybe you can do me this one favor, to this lowly monk. Why not meet me at my plane? Have a little sparring match. That's a good way to go, no? You are all powerful, are you not? What do you have to lose? As I begin to stretch, waiting for it.
Do you feel the necklace around your neck begin to pull?
Yes.
Your key.
I thought you'd want to fight me for it. You're all so powerful, are you not? One hand behind your back? What's that?
You want to spar? Fine. Release me, so I can materialize on your plane. Or I'll take it myself, and you've denied yourself this request.
I take it off, and I hang it on a tree branch right next to me. It's yours. What? Why not meet me here?
As you wish. Then the necklace flies into the maelstrom, and you see the last chain break, like a roar of thunder. It breaks, and you see the maelstrom begins to spin faster and faster and faster as the arcane prison shatters. And from out of this arcane prison, you see a form materialize, a form of just dark, black energy, and it forms the shape of a human, like a being, a formless being, standing in front of you, and says, I assume this is suitable.
That will be just fine. Just fine. I dash towards him and I take a strike.
Okay, sure.
Am I still tested out?
I love that.
So wait, just to track also,
Come on.
we're the only three alive at this point?
Nelius is now unconscious.
But alive.
He's alive, yeah.
And is Valir alive or unconscious?
Valir is unconscious.
But not dead.
Not dead.
Okay, so there's 4 of us left.
Can I still use my relentless endurance? I'm just bleeding out at this point. Orcs got a good, they have that. I mean,
I'll say
I can't move.
I mean, you are dead. You are very dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you are very dead.
little baby
yeah.
legs.
You are very dead.
I got the hearing thing as well.
Yeah, you are very dead.
I just wanted to clarify that. Go ahead.
You can hear that you're dead.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
So I run, dash forward, and I do a flying kick towards him. I rolled a 22.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
He does a 540.
I don't even know if the damage even matters.
It's a cool,
Roll
kick.
damage.
Shall we?
Yeah, roll damage, of course. Roll damage.
All hope is not lost. He might almost be dead.
Way to go, my son.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I rolled a 1. Sorry. So that's an 8.
Okay. 8.
Beautiful 8 damage.
Okay, describe your attack, please.
So I run forward. I do a flying kick right into his face. And I kick him hard. And then I land backwards. And now I'm going to do a flurry of blows and come at him again with another strike. And that is for, that's 15. It's a 15 hit.
15 does not hit.
15 does not hit. So I fly, I throw a flying fist at him. He catches it. I try to flip him over me and land another strike. That's 23.
That will hit.
That hits for 7.
Do you not add strength or dex modifier to that?
Actually, you're correct, sorry. That's 10. So that was 10. So that's 10, and the other one was 11. So that's correct. 11 and 10. That is my key. I burn another key to enact a stunning strike. So that will stun for that turn.
He is immune to stun.
Okay. So that's my turn.
Expected.
Good effort. It's been the theme of today.
Yes, I imagine.
Good idea.
But yes, I like a good sparring match, so I'd love to continue.
Very well.
If we can.
Yeah, yeah, he will strike back. Yeah, he is going to he's going to move up towards you, and he is going to attack by kind of like thrusting out towards your throat. I assume 19 is going to hit. Does that hit or no?
That's my constitution, right?
No, it's your AC.
My AC.
Can I give you a cool martial arts thing to do to him?
Yes.
She's got 12 years, 14.
That will
years
hit.
in the core.
Okay, that'll hit. Okay. Yeah, so he's going to jab you right in the throat, which will do.
That does it.
That's it.
That does it.
Boom.
That's an incapacitated move.
That'll do 14 damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to. Okay, does 18? Does 18 hit?
18? Yeah, 18 hits.
Okay. And then he's going to immediately kind of punch you right in the gut. Which will do another 10 damage.
I can't stop smiling because I'm terrified.
You have been kind of tossed to the side.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying me, Ariana.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Honestly, like Henri's in a tree with like a 𝐻𝐻𝐽𝐻𝐽 #1 like little banner.
We're all just mutilated at this point.
Yeah, it's bad.
So, before my next attack, I look at Vol'Antia and I say, so, what's next for this world? You stand outside of the balance, do you not? You really are the epitome of a black hole. Darkness incarnate. What's next for you?
This world will be consumed.
Yes.
As will most others.
And what would be left but you and loneliness? And then you will be so alone and bored that the whole world will restart yet again.
There will be many worlds. Many. Innumerable worlds.
Well, I guess maybe I will see you in the next. Spit out the blood from my mouth, and I run towards him with another strike. I run towards him, and I backhand strike to the face. And that is a 15.
Okay, that's a miss.
That's a miss. I'll use a key point and get another flurry of blows. 15 again.
It's a miss.
Let's... Come on, give me another dice, baby. That's even worse.
Yeah.
So I miss.
So with that miss, you, as you fly into that last attack, as you actually go up towards him, you actually think you're going to hit with that one. But as you strike, you're enveloped in darkness. It's as if he swallows you. And you kind of come out of that darkness, and you're standing in the courtyard of your monastery.
Here we go.
Where am I?
It's empty. There is no one there. The normal colors that you've seen painted across your monastery, the browns, the reds, the greens are there. The braziers are lit. It's night.
It's night.
You see the meditation mats, the reflecting pools, the very carefully tended gardens are all in order. But it is quiet, and you see no one.
I look up at the night sky. Is that the same sky I see? The same stars? Is it?
Home.
It's home. Do I know this is a dream?
Roll me a wisdom. No.
No, I don't. No.
It's peaceful, tranquil.
It
is as it was, as you remember it. Before.
I run up to the barracks. There's a couple boxes sitting outside, used for storage for a bunch of the martial equipment for practice. I jump on top of it and flip up to the roof. From the barracks, I run up to the high temple and jump up to the second story, where I like to sit and look at the stars and meditate. I don't sleep much, so it gives me peace. It's still the same. I sit down. I take a deep breath. I am at peace.
And as you find peace, in an instant, almost as quickly as you were able to secure that peace for yourself, your heart rate begins to drop. You find this moment of zen for yourself. It's shattered. You hear the cries for help. You hear screams, and looking down, you see demons flooding your courtyard.
I get up. I jump down, I slow fall down. Ready to fight. Always ready. The closest demon. I punch at him.
Okay.
With all my might.
They begin to fall.
I go for the next one.
With each one, your rage grows.
I grab the nearest weapon. And I pierce the next one.
continue to fall, piling up.
I spin that blade around me, and I slice it all the way around.
They scream.
I see another one in front
Some
of
of
me.
them run from you.
I don't let them run. I grab a dart inside my cloak, and I throw them right at them. I stop them. I run to the nearest one, and I stab through them. As my rage continues, I grab limbs, I lock whatever I can. I put whatever I can down, and I just, using even just a dagger in my cloak, I just stab them right through the throat.
Some of your rage grows to a point. You're so angry, some of them even beg you for mercy.
There is no mercy. There is no mercy. I cannot stop. I am bulldozing through them all.
And you do. And after several minutes, you stand in a courtyard full of dead demons, atop a pile of their bodies.
I cannot quiet this rage.
And as you look around, surveying this damage, you realize that these were not demons. They were your brothers.
I fall to my knees. I grab the dagger. I place it in front of me. I look at everyone. This can't be. How could this be? I look at the swirling energy of the dagger. I look at them. This cannot be. Is this me? I take the dagger. I get on my knees. I rip the robe off of me. And I stab myself.
You feel the blood flow. And in your head, you hear the voice of Vol'Atar. You seek revelation through willpower, self-control, and presence of mind. Yet you have a deep insecurity inside of you. Fear, ineptitude, anger. Did your brothers know you battled such demons inside your own head? Perhaps that's why they sent you away, as they couldn't trust you.
I took it.
Even in their time of need, when their monastic structures fell, they couldn't rely upon you. They would rather you not be present.
Maybe so. I'll see you.
And then immediately you're flashed back to the fields, to the forest, laying in the mud. As then you hear another sound as you are laying there bleeding out. Chia, you are free of Vol'Atar for the moment, but you are unable to move either. You've taken so much damage. You are basically, you're unconscious. You're not unconscious, but you're basically on death's door. You see what appears to be almost like a comet streaking through the air. It rips through the actual fabric of this plane, like a hole, tearing through space and time almost, slams into the ground with dust, dirt, debris, ash flying everywhere. And in this cloud, as it descends, as it clears, you see the archivist standing there. Pellet flies to the archivist, perches on her arm as she stares at Vol'Atar. And Vol'Atar kind of laughs and smiles and says, late as always. And the archivist kind of narrows her eyes and says, no, can't be. And Vol'Atar laughs again and says, your champions have failed. You are too late. As the chains begin to kind of move towards the archivist, she raises her arms as a wall of force encircles her. The entrance that she has made has ripped a hole in the border Ethereum, where your souls now reside. And you spill out into the material plane. So, Nelius, 𝐻𝐸𝐲𝐬𝐿, 𝙂𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐬, and 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐬, your souls spill out into the material plane without bodies, ethereal.
So
𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸.
we can see what's going on.
You can see what's going on. You can hear what's going on. You can interact in a way, but you're not physically formed. You can see your bodies dead on the ground. You can see the archivist. You can see Vol'Atar. And Vol'Atar says, hiding, always hiding, archivist. But you've hidden for too long, and now you are too late. I have the keys. I think it best to leave you here with your dead champions, and I'll fetch you at another time, so that you can see your failure firsthand. And he laughs as his chains recede, and he begins to slowly disappear from this place. And the archivist kind of looks around at all of the carnage, and Vol'Atar kind of phases out, and you're left alone with the archivist. The archivist looks down for a moment and pulls out a crystal from her cloak. It floats in front of her, and she looks into it and says, you're not the only one who knows the old magics. And she begins to cast on this crystal. And as she does, you can all roll me perception checks. You're all visible.
Perception?
Yep.
Nat 20.
Are
Okay.
we still affected by the smoke, or is it?
No.
Okay.
The smoke is gone.
20, dirty 20.
Okay.
8.
18.
Okay.
12.
Okay. So, for 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, and 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, you can see that for a moment, as she is channeling on this crystal, it seems as if the crystal is pulling from the archivist, as if it is leeching the life from her. Her body, for a moment, fades, as if her physical form drops, as if she is made of pure magic, and that magic is being taken from this crystal. You see a pained expression on her face for a moment as she's focusing, and you hear her say, I don't have enough power. This can't be happening. Not now.
What can we do?
With that, 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸 looks towards 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸
𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, you have a warrior spirit. But the mind is sharper than the blade. Just remember that. 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, your compassion is unrivaled. It's what makes you strong. Neelis, you're not a failure, and there are things that are deeper than family. And Chia, I was sent here to save you, but you saved me. You're stronger than you know.
What are you saying? What are you talking about?
It is my time. Goodbye.
No.
And with that, I just start walking.
I came
towards
for
the
you.
archivist.
Thank you, good friend.
I place my sort of spiritual hands on top of you and the crystal, and you can see that
Goodbye, my friend.
I start to get sucked into the crystal instead, and I say,
Archivist, they need you more than they need me. Please, take care of them.
Got no.
It's okay. It is my time. Thank you for all you've done for us.
and I kind of place my other hand underneath and kind of give you a nod.
All right.
And smile.
Thank you.
Wait. I walk over to 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬𝐿. Am I able to walk at this point? Just to...
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You're able to summon enough strength to kind of stagger over.
Yeah, I come up off the ground. And I put my arm on this spectral form of you. And I say, I didn't save you. You saved yourself. You are stronger than you know. And for the rest of my life, whatever little time that is left, and beyond, to every life I have, I will spend it honoring you and what you have done for us. You will never be forgotten. Thank you.
And he just gives you a nod without a response. Seems he's starting to sort of...
I move up to you and I say, I already lost one brother. I wasn't ready to lose another. Neelis, I will always be with you all, so you will never lose me. You are all family now, all of you.
Can we touch him? Or no? He's able to be... Okay.
I go up to him. See you in the next life.
I go to grab his forearm right here. I shake his hand.
Funny how things go. Guess I'm not a guardian anymore.
You can be much more than that, 𝐒𝐸𝐻.
Maybe.
I walk up to 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐿. I look at him. I say, thank you so much, my friend. You mean more to us, and you've impacted this world more than you know.
As your eyes are closed, you feel a hand placed on your shoulder, and then you see 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐿 reaches for a staff, and even though it's spectral, he hands it to you. It's sort of like a polearm, so it's equal to, size of your polearm.
Thank you, my friend. As tears roll down his face, he steps away.
So what do we do now?
I believe that there will still be more for us, or you all to do. Our adventure is not over.
I don't know how that's going to work. As my hand passes through my own hand.
At least I'm not a spout anymore.
And with that, 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐿's sort of last traces surge into the crystal.
Yeah, you feel that crystal pull you in. It consumes you entirely. You see it grows brighter. And as it does so, the Archivist focuses more, pushing more and more magical energies into it. It shoots out tendrils that grab onto every bit of magic that it can. All of your magical items begin to implode one by one, the magic being leached into the crystal. making it grow brighter and brighter and brighter with each one that it consumes. And as it does so, it begins to kind of shift and move and turn. And as it does, it pulses. And in a final pulse, it pulses with such a radiant energy that it's blinding. And you feel yourself weightless, as if floating in a cloud. You feel yourself moving in a direction fast, like toppled as if caught in a wave, in a giant wave. You know which way is up, which way is down, and you're moving quickly, and everything goes black. And it's there that we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Oh, I couldn't breathe.
So fun.
Wow.
Please be sure to join us at the end of our break.
Yeah.
Please stick around. We're about to give you a code for the GameCon passes. And
Whoever's still here and able to focus on the chat.
yeah, sorry. The game code is going to be it's 2 words: music box. Type music box in the chat, and then you'll be entered into a drawing. Make sure that you are at least a follower, and we'll see you when we get back. 15 minutes.
Whew, everyone take a breath.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So, how was that first round? That was a little wild, right?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
First round.
Echoes, nice. Stop it! You stop right now. That's an order. Good.
Like, what am I hearing?
Way to listen. Way to pay attention. Anyway, as you all know, we unfortunately lost some people, tragically, but fortunately we gained.
Game.
Yeah, in the game.
I think it was this one's fault.
Yeah, I think it was.
Hold on.
Nice job. How about that?
Hey, be loud and proud about it. Don't take the credit.
You killed us all. Just say it. Just say it.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way. That was wonderful.
Oh, I'm all alone over here.
Did we have somebody? I think we had 2 or 3 people in the chat that were talking about
giveaway.
the music box.
Yeah.
Anybody were able to pull that up?
Yep. We will choose the winner.
We got
right
House of Black.
here.
Daft Punk.
You know what? Yeah, it was 2 people that entered. Let's roll a d20.
Ooh.
So if it's 10 and higher, it's 1, and if it's 9 or wait, what makes it even?
11 to 20.
11 to Okay, so everyone stop! I was a
very
musical
good at
theater
math.
major.
Okay, we're gonna have at it.
Theater major.
Very good.
Roll
at
it.
math here.
Okay, so 1 to 10 is going to be for 1, our first entrant, and 11 to 20 is going to be for our second entrant.
Okay. And?
That's a nat 20, baby.
Ooh.
And that is going to be Daft Punk 1716. You are going to GameCon Canada with a friend.
Congratulations. Are in order.
Wonderful.
Yes, so reach out to us via email or Discord or what works?
You can either send us an email at dungeonsdivided@gmail.com. Again, that's dungeonsdivided@gmail.com. And we'll get your info and tell you how you can get your tickets. Congratulations.
Question: are we doing another round of this for the second half?
Giveaways?
You know what? Actually, you know, we
could.
We
We
you know what?
certainly could.
We fortunately we do have another pass, couple of passes we can give away. You know what? Let's be generous.
I think to celebrate today's new beginnings.
Yeah. So who is our other contestant?
House of Black.
House of Black. Congratulations. You've just won a second set. So
Oh
you've
my
got a set
God.
as well.
Even better.
Yeah. So again, send us an email at dungeonsdivided@gmail.com and let us know, and we will get you all the info on
It's
how you can
always
claim
good
your
to
tickets.
ask
Congratulations to both of you.
Guess who's going to GameCon
Okay.
Canada?
And having said that, I'm about to step back in the role of Nelius, but allow me to introduce our new Dungeon Master.
Wait, it's
what?
not Sophie?
No.
Wait,
I don't
what?
think you could handle me not.
Excuse
being
me,
the
just a
Dungeon
moment.
Master.
Yeah, that was intense.
Pretty intense.
That was intense.
Big unveil.
Spencer
But wait.
Sillover, come on in, buddy.
What?
No!
Gadu's back, baby. You ready to die a second time? Let's go.
Driver's seat.
I thought he was going away.
Who do I like the least in this party?
Let's go, man. Come on. Take me out.
There can only be one.
Hello, everybody. My name is Spencer Silver, and I'm going to be your dungeon master. All right. So we left off, obviously, in very dire circumstances. Very dire. The party, you are aware that you are no longer dead, or so you think. You seem to almost be in that sort of half asleep, half awake sort of phase. And all of you, you notice that the world seems to be shifting almost from left to right, as if you're sort of riding a wave or something like that. Your eyes, as you peek open, it seems to be mostly dark, but you do catch glints coming through the cracks of what seem to be sparkling light. You do start to come to one at a time. The first one to wake up is actually going to be 𝐒𝐸𝐸. You notice the people around you. You see everyone but the Archivist and Gadu, but also the bodies of the missing companions, the ones that had passed. You are missing the others, besides the people here at the table.
What do I look like? What am I wearing? What am I doing?
You are wearing, all of you seem to be wearing just what seems to be like a very plain, almost like linen outfit. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's very just basic. You seem to have none of your belongings on you at all. And 𝐒𝐸𝐸, you wake up and you see yourself, you smell what seems to be the smell of like wood or something in the air. And that's really the only sense that you can really get right now. It is dimly lit, but you can get enough light to kind of see the basic sort of silhouettes of everything around you. And you do see the bodies of your other companions as they are starting to sort of shift and wake.
First one I look at is Nelius. And there is a shift in 𝐒𝐸𝐸 that's different. He's more of like unaware about Nelius, but like is very familiar with him. So it's kind of like I trust you, but like I don't know you that well. So I'm like walking over and like kind of surveying him, and I'm just like staring over at him, just like as he's laying there unconscious, right?
Yeah. Well, Nelius, now you are awakening, and you do see 𝐒𝐸𝐸 over you. You do recognize each other. 𝐒𝐸𝐸 does seem to have. There's something in his eyes that seems a little bit different, though.
So, what do you do?
A little bit of everything, I think. Conjures a little bit of a flame in my hand.
I go up and can I roll a strength check to literally go up and choke him?
You could. Do you want to react with a dexterity saving throw or anything like that to try and get away from it?
I notice he's coming at me, and I let the flame go.
Magic user.
Yeah.
You a raider?
No.
Treasure hunter?
No. Scholar. Or I used to be. I have this. It's like hanging on to a dream when you're waking up, you know? But there's something oddly familiar about you.
Same. You, I have this weird dream, almost, that we were together in a town drinking. I've never actually, been to a city before, but somehow I've seen it.
I get that feeling. Odd. Yeah. What's with the others?
𝐒𝐸𝐸, you're now awakening as well, and you do hear this conversation going on.
Do I have any memories of?
It seems like everything that happened, but the fight with Vol'Antia seems like a bad dream at this point. Before that, you have memories of the rest of the party and everything.
So I know who they are.
You do know who they are. Okay. Yeah. It may be like you have to kind of search for the memories a little bit, but they are there. But what happened with Vol'Antia, it almost seems like a dream. It seems like a bad dream you just woke up from.
I kind of rise, holding my head, and I see everyone. Hey guys, was there a memo about wearing matching clothes?
So what are you?
Wait, what do you mean, what am I? 𝐒𝐸𝐲, it's me.
I don't... What was your name again?
You don't remember?
Heiko, you're also waking up. Everyone here is trying to remember each other. They all seem like distant friends, like almost from another lifetime.
Oh.
But you do have these memories.
At least we have an elf here. I go up to the elf. I go to my chest. I go to here to grab him by his wrist. I grab your forearm.
I quickly, I twist his arm back, and I put him in a lock.
Okay.
Use my hand. I go for a dex check to literally try and punch him in the face. So
Dex against Dex if you want to try, sure. See who's quicker here.
9.
9.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. 11. So.
Oh, barely. Okay.
Wait,
you are
Dex,
quicker.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. No.
Dex check, add your dex, yeah.
Yeah, 8.
Oh, 8. So you okay?
Okay, so
explain. As you twist your arm, explain what your reaction to this.
Clock him in the face. The arm loosens, and I kind of just get around him and I just put him in a hold, and then I'm basically like, you know, last time I grappled with elves, I was just doing it for training. I thought you'd be a member of the Guardians.
𝐒𝐸𝐲, can you chill out for once?
How do you know my name?
How do you not know mine?
And yours is?
𝐶ia?
What does that sneaky roll?
Whatever you are.
As he's got me in a lock, I'm gonna flip him, flip over,
Flip
do a
out.
flip, and then put him down and just kind of slam him
not,
down.
I'm not gonna.
And at 16.
Okay,
So-
you got a 16.
Oh, wow.
You'd have to roll for athletics to keep him under control.
16.
Oh, 16 matches.
Yeah. So as he rolls
Okay.
me, he throws me over. I land on my feet, and then I just turn around too, and I'm like, "You're pretty spry. I like it." So,
You've gotten a little more fun.
I agree with that.
you keep saying that. Why do you get that too? I mean, do you remember these people?
Slightly. It's like I said before. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
It's like waking up from a dream that you woke up from a dream.
Look, elf. I've only known elves in training and at Bahamut. That is it. Are you from there?
No.
Oh, no one is.
But you just said, okay.
Wait.
Your name is like 𝐻𝙗𝙗.
Heiko.
Yeah.
𝐻𝐸𝐲.
Yes.
That's what I said. Clearly, I said 𝐻𝐸𝐲.
Okay, Nelius, okay.
And you are Nelius.
Yes, quite right. We have done something together, yes.
Yes, we have.
We saved the world, right?
We saved the world. Then why are we dressed in rags?
Yes, I don't think we saved the world. I don't remember that.
I don't remember saving
I
much of
remember
anything.
that we were trying to save the world.
You
Yes.
hear a scoff come from the corner of the room, just to save the world.
What was that?
Who's that?
What was that?
You see a figure takes one step forward, and that's enough to kind of get the silhouette of another human figure. He says, "You're all a bunch of jokes. You know that? The champions of Vol'Antia are here in the same room as me. Oh, lucky me.
Vol'Antia.
Do you not remember what you did? How you destroyed my homeland?
What are you talking about?
What world are you talking about?
Vol'Antia.
No, Vol'Antia's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. I was just there.
Vol'Antia is no more. It's gone. Now,
It's gone.
we are traveling back in time to save it. And I'm going with you to make sure that you don't muck it up again.
And who are you?
My name is Raylin. Raylin Howdle-Morda. Fancy last name.
Howdle-Morda?
Howdle-Morda, yeah.
Tell me this, Rayland. When was it destroyed?
As soon as you released Volatar,
What?
Yeah, that's right. You heard me. You released
I would
Vol'Antia.
never do that.
All of you did.
Wait.
We didn't even have all the keys.
All the keys. He had all the keys he needed. You brought the rest to him. The other was one brought from his minions and followers.
Yes. I do remember.
Do you remember the prophecy? Right, the champions
Of
of Vol'Antia? Do you know that that was written in Vol'Antian, the ancient language of Vol'Antia? It's a language that I studied my whole life. I'm a relic keeper. I studied the language of Vol'Antian. The prophecy is, in the language of Vol'Antian, is more like a riddle. Now, the champions of Vol'Antia also means the champions of Volatar.
But I thought that was just me.
No. Do you know who or what brought you to Vol'Antia?
Someone by the name of Thelmore.
That's right. You're not as stupid as you look.
Oh.
Volatar brought you to Vol'Antia. You're the champions of Volatar, not Vol'Antia. You saved Volatar, not Vol'Antia.
So it was destined.
He chose the ones that are stupid enough to do exactly what he wanted, and he got his way. Yeah.
So why bring us back? Why? What for?
You are the only ones now, unfortunately, that know what you know and can do what needs to be done. Now, the Archivist is a very powerful friend of mine. She is sending you back to the beginning of Vol'Antia, before any of the prison of Volatar was weakened. He has been bringing champions to Vol'Antia for ages now to weaken his prison little by little. It's your job now to go back to the beginning and stop any champion from doing so. You need to kill the other champions of Vol'Antia.
Kill?
Yes.
Well, that's not hard. If we must.
It's the only way. What else can you do?
There's always another way.
These people, these self-righteous people, you think you can just talk them out of it? Talk them out of saving the world, that they're going to believe you?
Well, what about these keys? What if we destroy them?
I don't think the keys can be destroyed. These legendary artifacts?
He's right, though. Prophecy or not.
Even then, you collect the keys again, what do you think is going to happen with all the keys collected in one place? It's far too dangerous. No. You stop the prophecy, you delete it from history, you kill off all the champions, and you can stop all this from ever happening.
I like that. It's not bad. Kill a bunch of people.
So we are time assassins. Is that what you want from us?
Time assassins from an elf? That's funny.
But they don't... They're being tricked too. Why would it be fair of us to kill them?
It's a sacrifice that needs to be made. And the timeless, endless ocean of everything in the multiverse, you think a couple little drops of water are going to make a difference?
Of course it will.
Deleting those drops, they can taint the whole ocean would, yes. Killing them is the only way.
What about getting the other keys?
But we can't
Like I said, it's... You can't collect all the keys. It's just... You're causing your own doom. You're just repeating what you just did.
I thought chronomancy was forbidden.
It is. It costs a heavy price, usually.
Rayland, you mentioned something about multiverses.
Vol'Antia has a special property of being able to travel the multiverse. It survives off of sort of pulling other pieces from the multiverse and adding it to its own, so that it can sort of fuel the prison of Vol'Antia.
Alternate dimensions.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh. Great. I've heard about this. Prophecy or not. I think...
But our world does not exist.
What do you mean, your world?
Our time.
That's right. What about our family? Our friends?
I'm sure they all still exist in the multiverse. It's a bit confusing, time travel, but... You know, some things could be connected through that.
And how far back are we going?
Probably 1,000 or 2 years.
Wow.
Oh, not bad. Great.
The beginnings of Vol'Antia, the first age before the first champion weakened the prison, yeah.
Exactly what's gonna happen? What prophecy are we fulfilling? Because I have a prophecy of my own.
I don't think you're much longer a part of any prophecy now. You are more the enders of that prophecy.
Wait a moment. You said that chronomancy requires a huge sacrifice. What did you sacrifice?
With that, I'm going to say the archivist is stepping down the stairs, hearing all this. I was brought on the ship as a sort of gift was given to me. Someone I know sacrificed something very deeply to let me follow you. One of my mentors, one of my relic keepers, the one who taught me. He sacrificed his own life to send me here. Take it aboard your boat, so to speak.
It's at that time I take a look around where we are, the surroundings. Where are we?
Sort of a visual metaphor, I guess, for time travel. It's like a boat in an astral ocean of stars. It's really what your mind can comprehend as far as time outside of space.
I go to look outside the window.
You can see through a crack enough, and you look, and it seems like it's almost a flat lay of ocean. And there's no waves or anything, even though it seems like the boat is rocking. And along the horizon, it's almost like it curves upwards and around, and it goes out of sight. And you see it's like a flat ocean of just stars. It looks like just universes and galaxies across this ocean.
Well, at least you know he's not lying.
Yes.
And Archivist, would you like to say anything as well? Sorry.
Yeah, the archivist steps down to there and says, oh, you're awake.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Well,
You're here.
Aye.
Who are you again?
that's what I was gonna say. Some of us don't remember as much as others.
Well, that's probably for the best. At least you're doing well.
Do you know anything?
Something feels not right.
I'd back over to you closer, trying to whisper at you.
We're missing someone.
Many someones.
Yes.
About that, yes, you are missing some. The magic that I utilized to bring you here, it's not guaranteed, and my abilities are only so good. And I did everything that I could, but 2 of you are lost. And I am still searching, but I cannot promise that I can find them. Chronomancy is not something that I am well versed in.
What about necromancy?
No.
I mean, I've heard that they can bring people back, right? That's how that works.
It's not the same.
What do you know?
I grabbed your shoulder. Don't. It's not going to work.
You say 2 of us are lost. I look around. Who is with us right now? Just those at the table?
It's just those at the table, yeah. There's no bodies of any of the unconscious other heroes or anything.
Which 2?
Reiku and Chimera. They're lost.
And Gadu?
It'd be Anvilier too, actually, yeah.
Oh, and Valier.
Yeah.
There's 4.
Sorry, Anvilier.
Technically, yeah.
Because we know Gadu is gone.
Gadu
but
has sacrificed himself.
Then there's 4.
The mention of Gadu, a single tear starts to roll down my cheek, and I don't know why. But
yes,
Chronomancy is it's forbidden for a reason. It extracts a price, and Gadu paid that price.
So he's gone.
Yes.
you let Gadu make the sacrifice.
Don't put that on me.
Sounds to me like you did something to us.
Your actions brought you to this moment.
The archivist has done nothing but help us.
Spare me the details. What happened to me? Or what happened to Digo?
What happened? You died. You don't remember? You don't remember being ripped to shreds?
All of you died, actually.
What?
Yeah.
If it
You're
hadn't
lucky.
been for Gadu, you would all still be dead.
What am I drinking here? Some sort of elixir that gave me an odd dream? Really?
We all died? You don't think that was a dream? It had to have been.
I go up and I pinch Digo.
If it hurts.
Does it hurt? Do I roll for that?
No, I mean, roll Constitution and see how much it hurts. But yeah.
I pinch him hard.
Okay.
Can I roll a dex on that before she comes in?
If you want to dodge out of it, sure.
Yeah,
If you don't trust people,
Don't you
yeah.
want to know if it's real?
15.
What do I need to roll?
If you roll for Dex too, then
20.
sure. Dex versus Dex. See if you can out-quicken him.
Ooh. You said 20. I think your dex is higher than
Out-quick
mine.
the quick. You got a 20, dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
17.
17. You got to pinch him, and of course, reactionary. Just
I think so. As I do that, I grab her hand and I'm like,
Don't you want to know if this is real?
And I go to flick him on the forehead.
Real enough for you?
Either way, it seems that Gadu has made a sacrifice. The best way to honor him in that is to complete this mission.
so we're time assassins now.
It seems that way.
Look, I have a prophecy to complete through my... I have something to do. This is beneath me.
Digo. It's like Raylan said. Your prophecies are void.
Yes.
Digo, you have a homeland, right? Where'd you come from?
What's it to you?
It's just curiosity.
Well, if this is a dream too, what does it matter?
I guess it doesn't then. So where'd you come from?
From a dragon graveyard. Ancient city buried into the mountains, only told by folklore. The city of Bahamut. Ancient city where many elf, dragonborn, and humans guard. I was fortunately found by a dragonborn and, well, I became a guardian of the city, till I am told to fulfill a prophecy.
That sounds wonderful. Now imagine that, being ripped apart, everyone screaming and burning alive. That is what Vol'Antia will do to the whole multiverse if you don't stop this from happening. Understand now.
So what you're saying is no other prophecy matters if we can't carry out this one.
This isn't really a prophecy anymore. What we're doing now is stopping the other prophecy. The one that Lord Thamor just spoke to all the other Inquisitors and spread around Vol'Antia as sort of this holy word. He's a fanatic. He reads what he wants to read and pushes his own personal interest.
Lord Thamor?
Yeah.
But he helped us so much, he's not...
To push his own personal interest, yeah. To fulfill the prophecy, which he believed would grant him more power and everything else.
Did he know that the prophecy was to free Vol'Atar?
I think that he was just oblivious to the fact. He only saw what he wanted to see.
Okay.
It wasn't outright evil, but, I mean, if you're ignorant enough, I guess you push anything you want to push, right?
All right,
Now,
Raylan.
what of
If there is-
Vol'Atar's...
Elf, can I just speak for 1 second? I know obviously
My
you have so many skills to show here, but let me speak some logic to Rayland.
Please, by all means.
Rayland, if we're under some large prophecy here, why don't we just get a bunch of weapons and just go kill whoever we need to kill?
Sure, right?
I think that's what he's
Kind of what I'm asking.
telling us to do.
Great.
It's not going to be easy, though. I mean, these people are cherished and loved by the whole world.
Obviously not. It's not going to be easy. My task wasn't either, but here we are. So, you want to be time assassins, Elf?
No. I want to ask a question.
What is your question, Monk? You seem a little bit more reasonable.
Vol'Atar's brother. Is he not locked in that prison as well?
You mean Vinar?
Vinar.
Well, not really much is known about Vinar. It is said that he is his brother and his better half, but really no one knows anything about him.
Well, we did know, and some memories start to flood back to Chia before the battle. We did know that there were more keys, and if we got those, then they strengthened Vinar.
How do you know that that's not just what Vol'Atar wanted you to think?
Well, I don't, but
Sure.
Yes.
they were different keys.
We
Were
do
they,
know.
though?
So we were told.
Vinar's Or his essence spoke to us, did it not?
I mean, based on what Raylan's saying, maybe.
Neelis, you want to say something?
There was a... I feel like we've met before. Not you, not me. But I mean, we've spoken to... I've spoken to Vol'Antia before. I think.
You have. A few of us have.
Yes.
I'm seeing the form.
He said something no. How much truth is there to what he said?
What did he say to you? I don't believe anything Vol'Antia says is true. He's always playing tricks, pulling strings. But what did he say?
He said he was my father.
Curious.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
I can
nice
see that
of
just
you
being
to
a
let us
way.
know now.
I can see that just being a way to get in your head, you know? It's kind of the thing he likes to do.
So what if you're Vol'Antia?
Well, then I guess you're in a lot of trouble, aren't you?
Oh, great.
I think if he was Vol'Antia, he would have killed us by now.
Yes.
So I suppose those were all illusions of his then.
Maybe. But I think what matters is where we're at now.
Well, luckily we're going far enough back where Vol'Antia's reach should not be as severe. I think that his influence over you shouldn't be as strong as it once was.
And Nilius, even if it was true, you decide your fate.
Does Vol'Antia know that we're coming?
It's hard to say. Him being an elder evil, I mean, he could be outside of time and space as well, and he could be right here waiting for you. I don't know.
It's possible that he knows.
Yeah,
The remnants of the magic that I cast may be able to be read by him. I don't know that he could follow us, or that he would want to, but...
Let's hope not.
So who are you to us now? Are you our queen? Captain?
No. But I will watch over you, as I always have.
Well, seems that part wasn't a dream.
Yes.
Didn't you have an owl?
I do.
By Bahamut, I think.
Where is it?
It's here. Pellet is here. He will continue to serve you, as he always has.
But you can't stay, can you?
I cannot.
I see.
It's good to have a watchful eye over us.
With that, Rayland is gonna walk back up the steps without a word, just up to the sort of where you see like an opening, you know, like a ship stairway goes up to the main deck there. He walks to the main deck.
Archivist, what of Anar? What do you think? It seems we have two directions. Or should I say two birds with one stone. Finding Venar's keys and stopping the champions.
I think finding the keys is foolish at this point. I think defeating the champions is the way you must go. But I think that doing so will put a target on your backs. These champions are going to be seen much the way that you were seen entering Vol'Antia the first time, whether you remember it or not. You were hailed by the populace as heroes, as they will be too. You will be seen as villains.
Were they not? So they were duped as well.
Yes, they will be. They are good people.
I don't understand how we could be asked to kill them. There has to be another way.
There is no other way, Chia.
There's always another way.
There's not.
And fine, if at the end of it all, then I am forced to put someone else's blood on my hands, it will only be because I have tried every other option.
I understand. What you must understand, though, is that everyone's life hangs in the balance. If we do not stop this here, then the past that I have pulled you from will become the future.
I know.
I cannot do this again.
I know.
So, Archivist, what do we get if we do this? Obviously, you're some sort of god or deity.
I'm no god. This is a second chance.
You said you were watching over us.
I am.
Well, just as Bahamut does, so you will.
I think what you do not understand, she's already given you something. A second chance.
He died, Digo.
Look, I don't remember you. I don't remember many of you. In fact, I don't even know why I'm here. Seems as if I was pulled here. And him mentioning about alternate dimensions and such, well, that's interesting to say how my prophecy changed being pulled into this world from my dimension. I've only read about it.
Then walk, Digo. Don't join us. Or do.
Where would he go? Do you see an exit?
We're going back to Vol'Antia. He can traverse the world all he wants on his own.
Yes.
If you don't want to join us, then don't. We can't convince you.
Archivist, what should I do? At this point, I feel like I'm out of Bahamut's reach. Or with Bahamut, I feel like you're the only real god here.
May I refresh your memory?
Why not?
And she'll reach over and touch you. And as she does, she'll cast Dream. And show him glimpses of everything that has come before in a split second, flooding his...
He lost a teeth. It was so intense.
Blew the teeth right out of his mouth.
It's over. It's intense. He's human now.
Flooding his senses instantly with as many images of everything she's seen from the beginning to the end. All of those emotions, all of those feelings, everything, all at once.
Wow.
And you come out and you feel like you've almost lived a lifetime, just in an instant. Just.
He had a mother and a father. I wish I did. Was not very smart, but, well, I guess I'm the one here. So, you all dealt with Digo. Well, that one.
You are slightly different.
Just a little. Neelius, was it?
Yeah. Didn't you have a mole on the other side?
Well, I remember you when she showed me. You were the little crafty one. You were the one that always had the spells and talked. And you, elf, you were always resourceful in your mystic ways and talking. It's great.
Well,
I do miss him, though. The fighter. Will he be coming back?
We don't know.
I will do my best.
Please, Archivist.
If we are able to be successful, is it possible that we can use what magic's left to bring him back?
Anything is possible.
All right.
You also hear not just Raylan, but also another figure, another person talking above deck. So you know that there's other people on this boat as well.
We're not alone.
Yeah. Just, through, you hear like the murmurings beneath like the deck. Just one other person that you can make out.
Oh.
Two voices that you can hear above. One's Raylan, you can kind of tell from the tone and timbre, and the other one is another person.
Are we able to cast anything in this?
You could absolutely try, sure. I mean, this is sort of outside of time and space, but like, yeah, I mean, you can absolutely cast spells.
Can I cast? Well, I don't know if this will work.
If it's linking like to the actual like plane, like material plane, in some way, then probably not. But if it's just like interacting with where you're going,
yes,
yeah.
in this boat.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to cast message through a wall? If I point in the direction I hear the voices coming from?
I believe message has to go through.
It does say.
Willing creature.
Whoa.
I heard myself. It says you can cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Okay.
So I do know Rayland, but I don't know who he's talking to.
You
so
could probably cast message to him, sure.
On Rayland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
So I point in the general direction of where I hear Rayland's voice coming from, and I say, "Hey, you talking to someone up there? Who else is with you?"
No response.
Oh, hey! Hello, is this thing on? And I like tap my ears. I'm going up there, and I just start walking up the stairs.
He's the silent type, you know?
Yeah.
Brooding and
Strong
silent.
and silent.
Strong and silent, exactly. All right, you storm up the stairs, yeah.
Archivist, when you say you'll watch over us, will we be able to contact you? Will you be able to hear us?
Yes. And I can see you and hear you through Pellet. And at that, I suppose, like, Pellet flies down through the opening and kind of lands on her arm.
Will we be able to message you in turn?
I'm always watching.
I go up to you.
Good to know.
And I give you this, like, just concentrated look at your eye. And I'm just like, thank you for the fond memory of family. I've never really had one, but it's nice to know 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬 did. Well, the other one did. And I give you, like this, I do this thing where I grab your hand, and I basically, like, go on one knee, and I, like, put it to my head. I don't know if that makes you feel awkward at all. It's just really weird. He just, like, he does this thing where he just goes down on one knee, and he grabs your hand, and he puts it to his head, and he's just, like, holding it right here. And then it's just, like, about, like, a 5-second time, and it's really weird. And then he just, like, lets go, like, brings it back up, and he's holding your hand, and he just goes, to glory. Thank you, goddess.
Yeah, she's
Once again, not a goddess. No. I know.
not a deity.
I know.
Came from a society believing in gods,
no,
okay? He's a little,
I love it. I love it.
He's a
It's
little
great.
bit religious, you know? This one's a little bit religious, okay?
She's like, she nods and smiles and says, "It's all right, 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬, but I promise you I am no deity."
A tiny little version, a little angel thing of Nelius appears right next to your ear and goes, just go with it. Let it happen.
Oh, wow.
And then it disappears.
That's from my memories. You're the trickster. Watch yourself.
I do need to say just what I laughed at out loud for a hot second was not at you. I was trying to think of a way for you to differentiate between the two 𝐾𝐲𝐬s, and I came up with the other one's 𝐾𝐲 and you're 𝑚igo. So I laughed out loud.
Wow.
Sorry, that just had to be said because I wasn't laughing at you.
But the internal thoughts win.
Yes.
I just kind of like, I'm just like, I look at her and I walk away a little bit. And I'm like, I was really that dumb, wasn't I?
You were spirited.
You can say it. I wasn't very smart.
You were spirited. 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
Chia, when you walk above deck, you see, it seems like there's like a vast openness, and it almost seems like the flat ocean kind of curves up to, it almost seems like it meets itself. But then
So it's outside?
you're outside. But where it meets itself, it's the stretching point there. It seems to be flowing into where you're going here. So it's just sort of like an endless circle that you're in. But what you're on now seems to be like almost like a flat ocean that you're sort of traveling on, almost like you're traveling on an infinite ring.
Okay. So, as I up the stairs with my little...
Not sneaky at all.
No. She's like, what the heck? I barge into the room and I go, hey, Rayland, what's up? Don't you know it's rude to leave people on red? And I go look for him. Do I see him?
Yeah, so you see right at the sort of captain's helm, like where there's this, the steering wheel is and all that. You see that there's a very, very old man. He wears a hood and you can barely see his face. It's sort of, his head's way back there in the hood, and you see a long beard sort of coming all the way down to his belt. He has like a sort of like a shipping cane with the little hook, the thing they used to grab packages and whatnot. He has one of those, and on his waist you see an hourglass on his waist. And he's talking to him, and he's sort of piloting the captaining the ship here, and Raylan's talking to him. He looks over at you and then just kind of looks a little bit annoyed and goes back to his conversation.
Well, I just came up to talk because you weren't answering my message.
Berwin, this is, what was your name again?
Chia.
Chia, right. Berwin, this is Chia. And Berwin just looks at you and just,
Oh, pleasure.
Berwin or Bowen?
Berwin.
Berwin.
Yeah, Berwin. Berwin.
Hello, Berwin. I just came to ask how long our voyage was.
You're asking how long a voyage outside of time is going to take.
Well, yeah, because there's no time. Shouldn't it be like that?
It's hard to explain time to those bound to it. Think of it like this. What is the future?
Oh, you're getting existential now,
Right.
buddy.
The future doesn't exist, and the past was but a moment that doesn't exist, and the present is such a thin line. Time is sort of a paradox itself, so how am I to explain to you what your time is
Just
on
give
this
me a
boat?
guesstimation, like 20 minutes.
When we get there.
When will then be now?
When will then be
Are
now?
we
Just
there
then.
yet? Are we
Soon.
there yet?
Soon. Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Yeah. And you also notice, roll a perception check for me real quick here.
It's gonna be a good game.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
My memories are slowly gonna come to me.
Oh boy,
It's gonna be like,
18.
18, nice. You notice when looking on the hourglass on his waistband there, the time is not trickling down; it's actually trickling upwards currently, which is very. You look at it, it just seems so unnatural, but at the same time, like so cool.
I go up and look at it and go to touch it.
He doesn't stop you; he's just looking at you.
You just. I don't have like a little Glock.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear. Why is it doing that?
Well, we are going backwards in time.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that does. So wait, when the sand goes all the way up to the top, are we going to reach our destination?
I don't know if I've ever seen the sand go all the way up to the top. It's sort of like I said, time is a paradox. It goes infinitely both ways.
So how much sand has to get up there before we get there? What is there something we need to do before we get there?
Enjoy yourself, I guess.
What would happen? I'm not going to. I'm asking questions.
Do not leave the boat, if that's
Yeah,
what
that
you're
was what I
thinking.
was
Yes, do
wondering.
not leave the boat.
Well, what
Hands and
happened?
arms inside the boat at all
Please
times.
keep your arms and legs inside the boat at all times. Yes, thank you.
I'm just gonna say this.
I'm
above
gonna
the
jump.
Above the table note.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a Werner Herzog type.
Oh, no, I like that.
Just want to
That's great. I love it.
Let me see the baby. That's it. That's all I want
Let
to
me see the baby.
Yes. Yes.
What would you want to say?
Well, I'm gonna look over at the archivist and ask, how will we know if we're able to achieve our goal? When will we know this?
I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
Yes.
I wish I could tell you.
I feared that. All right. Well,
I think we're going to have to figure this out as we go.
I see.
I didn't want any of this to happen. This was not my plan. This was desperation.
With that, you through the floorboards, you hear Chia exclaim excitedly while she's talking about the hourglass and all that kind of stuff upstairs, and you hear Raylan be like, "Would you stop that? Jeez!" And then going back up, Berwin is talking to you about what happens.
If you leave the vessel, the boat, you will cease to exist. So it's in your best interest to stay aboard until you reach your destination.
Yeah, no, I trust you. Is there like a pilot's chair or anything that he's sitting in? I'm not
No,
going
he's
to.
just standing.
I'm not going to.
No, he's just standing there.
I just really want to spin in a swivel chair to pass the time.
I'm the captain.
He's standing there, and while he's talking, by the way, he's using that little cane he has with the little hook, and he's like pulling these strings and everything else. Like he's doing like all this work just like by instinct at this point.
Can you explain to me how this all works? What are you doing?
I don't think I can, no.
Okay.
I've tried, and it seems that you still want answers that you cannot fathom, so,
Okay. Well, how has it always been you?
yes, actually.
So you haven't had a life before this?
No, I was invented for the sole purpose of being the shipmaster of this ship.
Oh, well, thanks for being our pilot. And she like salutes him.
Does a little bow to you as well. Going back down to the bottom.
Raylan, question. We've been on this boat for a while, and seeing as how we have had nothing to parch thirst of any kind, do you know where we can get anything? And I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you too.
Oh, you came up?
Yeah, I'm just kind
Do you even need to eat or drink in this?
Being outside of this sort of time and space, no, you don't, actually.
Well,
Why am I
I guess
thirsty?
old habits die hard.
Sorry, I don't have any sort of things on hand here, no.
Darn it.
Are these the strings of fate?
As a metaphor, yes. Like I said, what you see here is sort of a representation of what is happening. You see differently than I do.
What do you see?
These are sort of, yes, strings of fate and time that I pull upon, yes.
As you look out into, you see at the peripherals, you see the sea of endless stars. You see people out there. You see what seems to be people just standing, not too far off the boat. And this boat, I mean, the depth of it to the water itself is maybe like 5-10 feet, you know, not very far.
No faces we recognize?
𝐿𝐸𝐿, you do recognize the face. You see a woman, and as she turns, she's holding a baby in her arms, and she's smiling. And you notice it's your mother, actually.
Interesting.
Berwyn looks to you and says,
Careful what you see out there. It could be a very treacherous thing to look at.
I go closer and I put my hands on the rail and I just look out, just stand there watching.
Chia, you notice as soon as he puts his hands on the rail, they start to age dramatically.
Whoa, hey! And I try to pull him back.
You see your hands aging. And as you pull them back, it reverts back to the way it was. And as you glance back up...
Thank you. That was a bit close.
Yeah,
The woman is now gone, by the way. It's
anti-aging cream.
Gone.
Interesting.
I'm gonna come upstairs.
I see him walk away, and I go to the archivist, and I'm just like, I will look for your guidance. And then follow 𝐿𝐸𝐿. Kind of looking back at her and just realizing it's like, there's another god. There's more than what I believed in than just
You've got a new patron. You're going warlock. Patron is archivist now.
I love it the whole time. The archivist
Warlock
is like,
with the patron
not a
of the
god.
archivist.
Not a god.
Don't worry, we're
Yes, not a god.
Once again, not a god.
Best friends. I'm gonna be just like, I love you.
Heiko, you said you're going up to the top as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be going up to the top, and I'm gonna just go up to the bow of the ship and find a place to sit.
Heiko, you go up to the top of the ship, but you don't find a deck on the ship. You find, instead, you are surrounded by 8 portals, actually. A room, a sort of marble room that has 8 archways, and each one has a sort of portal coming out of it. And you see a man sitting there that you remember to be the keeper of the portals in your old monastery.
Yes.
This man who was supposed to take care of these portals and, you know, bridge the gaps between worlds, so to speak.
How odd.
Then you notice a woman walking up to him, but this woman has wings, and she seems to be absolutely just gorgeous. So maybe celestial or something. You don't really know. They converse, but no words can be heard. The man turns around and shows her something, and then you see a sword stabbed through the back of his chest. And as she pulls the sword out, you notice that the hilt of the sword, it resembles the dagger that you own on your person currently. And everything fades away, just the ripples just shred. And you see that you're now on the deck of a ship.
Wow. I'm in shock.
You don't know exactly what you just glimpsed, but you did recognize that the dagger that you know is maybe once was a short sword or something at one point.
Yes. Do I have my equipment on me?
No, you do not have the dagger or anything on you currently. No, you reach for it and you pat and nothing.
It's not there.
No.
I reach for my pendant. It's not there. I take a deep breath and realizing that what is. No prophecy matters anymore. And I walk forward and I take a seat.
And you don't know if those visions were anything at all, or if you still have the sort of remnants of Vol'Antia in your mind that are sort of just playing with you. You don't really know yet. But you do see Chia and 𝐿𝐸𝐿 speaking to the shipmaster and sort of hanging out above deck here. What else are you doing now?
I'm going to allow them to have their time, and I'm just going to take a seat and look at the view of everything. Is there anything else that I see out there?
No, you look out and you do actually see spectral shapes of what seem to be floating creatures, and as you peer at them, they seem to just sort of shift into different shapes, just unnaturally, as if your mind can't comprehend what these beings are. And as soon as you see them, they sort of also disappear and sort of flake away.
I'm gonna sit and enjoy the space and time.
Okay. Digo, Archivist, you're still down there as well, right? Or Digo's walking above as well?
So I look back at the Archivist and I'm just like,
Thank you for everything. Well, here comes to a new prophecy. Hope to see you till the end.
and I go upstairs. And what do I see?
You see the deck of a ship. You see everyone above the ship as well. So far, it seems to be. I mean, you see the astral sea around you. You see these floating shapes as well as you sort of peer to them. It's almost as if your eyes are focusing hard to see them, like it can't quite catch what they are.
Is there something? Are the sails climbable? Are there sails on the ship?
There are sails, yeah, and you could climb them.
I want to get a
Sure.
better bird's eye view. So
roll dexterity check for me, yeah.
Oof. Yeah. That's 14.
That's enough, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, they're not fighting against you or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I just run up to the sails, and I'm just literally just boom, 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 just literally climbing up really quickly. Very used to it from mountainous climbing, and so, yeah, I reach the top, trying to get a bird's eye view. What do I see?
You're looking out, and you see your life, but it's not a life that you remember. It's thinking back at the dream that was sort of shared with you with the Archivist. It seems to be past memories of a different Digo, and then you see memories of another Digo and another Digo and another Digo, and it seems like they are just all these different lives that you may have lived or maybe did not live or haven't yet lived. You see Digos that are you see one that is kneeling before a king being crowned. You see another one that is standing on top of just a mound of bodies. It seems to be women and children and everything as well. You see other Digos that have followed a much more peaceful life and did not, travel this path of a warrior. You see almost an infinite amount of lives lived, and it seems like you almost can't stop staring at them as you sort of lose your gripping on the sails and you fall. But before you hit the ground, Berwyn tugs on one, and you flap over so you don't take any damage or anything.
Like I fall, and then he just
yeah, he flaps one of the sails to sort of catch you a little bit.
And I'm just like, where do I see him?
He's still manning the sort of, captains.
Does he do that? Like, do I notice that on purpose? Like, I'm just like, oh.
If you look up and you follow the string, you see him, and he tugged on it, and he kind of puts it back down, but he's not saying anything to you. He kind of instinctively just boop.
Kind of like slide down. I go over to him. So you have the visions too?
The visions, you said?
Multiple lives.
No, I am. This is all I am. I am not a creature bound like you are to time.
Where are you from?
Here.
Here?
Yes, this is the life I've always lived.
Do you have family?
No.
No. Neither do I. Well, what is your name?
Berwyn Zarval.
Digo.
I go over to him. I do the same thing. I do this thing where I pound my chest. I grab his forearm and I try to bring him in close to me. And I'm just like,
may light be upon you. Good to meet you.
You go to pull him, and as you do, you do that sort of almost like bro hug where you try to pull him, and he doesn't budge. He's like, he's made of pure 1,000-pound stone or something.
It's super heavy. So great, thank you.
And you fall into him instead, hitting a brick wall.
So I'm expecting for him to reciprocate. So as I do it, when I'm going over, I grab him, and I'm literally right here, and I go. I go hug him. I just go
awkwardly hug.
Well, where are we?
We are nowhere.
Nowhere.
And everywhere.
That's impossible.
Yes. Technically, and not really.
Everything he says is just a paradox.
I'm thinking that we're in some sort of, alternate dimensional place where we can go between dimensions. Something like that?
Yes, actually. You must be very smart.
I've read stories of this.
Really?
They were just
plain stories of just the idea of other worlds, different versions of us. It's impossible.
No, actually not at all. These you creatures, you have infinite lives, actually, that you lived and have yet to live once again.
So the visions I had, those are real.
Those are all different versions of you, yes, and the paths that you could have taken.
My Bahamut. That's horrifying. I was slaughtering people in one, and I literally also had a happy life with my mother. Could I go to those?
Unfortunately, there's no way you can travel to another life. You would cease to exist. You can't, as the creatures you are.
Well, could I go back to mine?
To the one that you came from?
Yes.
Your timeline? Yes, I believe that could be possible.
Well, that's kind of where we're headed, right?
Yes, currently you're headed back to the timeline that you came from Vol'Antia.
Qiya, the sheep girl.
Yes.
I've seen sheep before. Interesting species. Look, I want to go back. I don't think I belong here with these time assassins or whatever it is.
I am sorry, my only job is to sail from one point to another, and I don't take other routes.
So I'm stuck here.
Unfortunately, unless you could find another boat, yes.
I look around. I actually make an observation.
For another boat.
I look around. I'm just looking. I'm just like...
Nope, no dinghies, nothing.
Can't make a boat?
Can't make a boat?
You don't have a spare boat here? I could build something.
No. This boat you see here, once again, is a sort of figment of your imagination.
Dragons?
No. You will be headed to Vol'Antia, and once you are there, you're there.
Great.
That's all there is to it.
And I'm stuck here with this group. Prophecy won't be fulfilled, and I have to do something better.
What did you mean when
As
you
I'm-
said we were interesting?
Heiko wants to say something.
That's
real
all.
quick
I just wanted to say it.
As I'm sitting there pondering, I start to think to myself, what would �10 want from us? How can we best honor him and his sacrifice?
It would be, what would God do? You know, that's like that's the
What
catchphrase,
would
but that's
�10 do?
okay.
I was like, well, you can ask him. He's like,
Gadude.
What could Dadu do?
What could
What
the
�10 do?
Gadude? The Gadude.
Unfortunately,
WWD.
Gadu is not. Gadu is with you, but not really with you currently.
Yes.
Archivist would like to say something.
Yeah, so the archivist gets up onto the deck
Mm.
and looks over the railing
Mm-hmm.
out into the astral sea,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like into the timeline. And I suppose she sees as like the threads of fate move and weave. She sees a... Does everybody else see it too, or is it just her? Like, does everybody see it, or is it just her?
It's just you. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, she sees a massive floating city of magic, floating above like a beautiful forest, a luscious green forest with flowing blue waters. The city is beautiful, magical towers and just absolute perfection. And below it, a young girl, struggling with tears flowing down her face, clutching onto a silver book, a platinum book with a silver citrine on the cover, clutching it to her chest, struggling, running away from the city as it begins to tilt and it begins to dive and fall and slam into the ground as the arcane explosion grows and wipes out everything beneath it, turning it to sand and ruin. And she looks at it for a moment, and you see her kind of look away.
I would say that those around
Over.
Archivist would see her reaction to it as well.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to ask her and interact, you could.
Did you see anything?
Yes. I did. Something long ago.
Raylan walks by you and puts his hand on your shoulder. Doesn't say anything, but just kind of places a hand on your shoulder for a second and then walks past you. Just seems that's the most comfort he can really give, but he knows that you're feeling something currently. And then he kind of walks back below deck.
Archivist, I am pondering on... Oh my god.
Your pondering is very loud.
It is. I'm pondering on the threads of time. We are playing with a very dark magic here. I'm not quite sure what to do. I understand the gravity of the situation.
Now more than ever, you have to make the right choices. Because this is your last chance. No more mistakes.
Yes.
Where do we go to get the weapons we need? The gear?
I don't think you're going to have much problem with that, actually. In fact, Chia.
Yes.
Now.
And then as you blink immediately, you wake up in another dimension. All of you do. Let's start with Nelius. Nelius, as you blink, you are standing in the middle of a road. In front of you, you see just scattered farm fields of like a sort of shanty town leading up to a large gate. Immediately, you hear a voice behind you says, "Hey, what are you doing? Get out of the road!"
I'm sorry?
Behind you, you see a gnome, like middle-aged gnome, sort of on a cart, and he's just looking at you very angrily. And you notice that he's carrying goods on the back of his cart.
What kind of goods?
Wheat, barley, just food, vegetables, just everything like a farmer would, trade in the city or something like that,
I thought you were about to say melons.
I'm sure there's melons in there. I'm sure there's melons in there.
God. Anyway,
2 melons.
I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Where am I?
Just outside Costin. It's right up there, Costin.
Costin?
Costin, yeah.
Oh, of course. What was I thinking? must have dozed off or something. Am I by myself, or do they have the others?
You're completely by yourself.
Are you going into the city right now? You've ever been in there?
No, I can't say that I have. I just been traveling for so long.
They probably won't let you in. They're pretty scared of outsiders. Getting past the gate, I mean, you have to know someone or, bribe someone.
What kind of people are they? These Carlston people?
Well, mostly farmers and whatnot. They just, keep to themselves and stay away from all the battles and the wars and whatnot.
Well, I do come with a trade. Woodworking. I used to do a little woodworking here and there.
Sure, okay. Good for you.
Maybe they need woodworkers.
Sounds great. Yeah, go with that. Mm-hmm. Would you like a ride on the cart? If you pay me, I could get you in through the gate.
I don't.
You reach and you have coins. You reach down, you look that you actually now have everything
from my previous journey.
You were wearing this very similar clothes, if not the same.
I immediately reach for my necklace.
Yeah, it's there. Everything is there. The gold pouch is there and everything else. You reach down as well, and you notice there's one item that you don't recognize that you didn't have before as you're reaching for your gold pouch, and you kind of bump your hand against it, and it's like a wooden sort of like gourd or something like that on your waistband.
I pull it up and look at it.
You pull it up, and there's a note on it, and it just says, "No need to steal it anymore."
I take a swig. I
the flavor brings you back. As scents do and flavors do, so much more than visual memories, and it's 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐬 ale.
I won't forget, my friend. I put it back on my pouch. You know what? I think I will take you up on that offer.
Did I just see you cry while looking at that gourd?
I had something. It's strong ale. You want to try some?
No, I'm okay, thank you. You can get in the back, actually. I don't think I have much room up here in the front anymore. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Crazy.
And I throw him a I guess a couple copper.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That's enough. I mean, he's just gonna write in and everything. Switching over to 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬. 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬, you awaken in a very, very small area, and you notice that there's just barking chickens all around you. Just bark, 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 bark. And you can barely move, and it seems that you're just inside this like chicken coop.
Are they looking at me?
Yeah, they're in the corner. There's chickens
Is
doing.
one in my face?
Yeah, one of them is just staring you straight down the nostrils. Yeah.
Hello? Oh shoot, I don't think I have talked to animals right now. Darn it! And comprehend languages wouldn't apply, would it?
I don't think bok bok is a language. No, sorry.
Why not? Homebrew? What is restraining me right now? Is it just the space?
It's just the space. I mean, you could. It seems very flimsy wood, though. Just like.
Oh, I don't want to break it. Son of a chicken coop. Can I see where the door of the coop is anywhere?
Yeah, it's. I mean, in front of you, there's a door, but I don't think you could probably fit through it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you could break it probably, but if you want to try to scrunch through, you could try.
Hello? Hello?
No response.
Darn it. Well, I look at the chickens and I say, "Okay, chicken coop, how about we stage a chicken coup?" And I kick the door open.
As you start,
You're free!
As you kick the door, the chickens do sort of rush out, and you're not quite able to fit through yet, but you do hear a voice go, "Oi, what's going on over here?"
So there was somebody out there. Didn't you hear me yelling for you?
You hear, "Vegas, we got another fox in the coop."
What? I'm the opposite of a fox.
What? You can talk?
Yes. And I like try to scramble out again. And what is the size of the hole at this point?
I mean, it's enough to where you could wiggle your way through at this point.
Do I look like a fox to you?
No, you look like a talking sheep.
Well, it's not really that far off, but I'm actually a satyr.
Satyr? And with this, another guy who kind of walks up to him. "Vegas, you ever heard of a satyr?" Satyr? No, satyr? Satyr? What?
Wait,
look, this one can talk.
Well,
this one.
If you help me out of here, then I can show you.
I'll tell you what, Satyr, if we feed you free food, can we cut the fur off and sell it? It looks nice.
No!
We can get a good money for it, and you get free food.
Do I have any rations left?
Probably, yeah.
I don't need free food. Save that free food for somebody who actually needs it.
With this, you've probably wiggled out to where you can stand at this point.
Yeah. Look, see? I've got sheep legs, got sheep ears, some sheep horns.
He tries to reach and kind of...
Didn't consent to that. Lay off.
Off the corner of your eye, you see a cart driving by, and you see Nelius on the cart.
I thought you said a car.
A cart. No.
I'm sorry.
We're in this world. Seagull's getting guns.
So I'm sitting on the back of the car, just kicking my legs, like sitting like this.
Then you just hear Chad like, get off of me!
I pulled us to the right timeline.
Got a Lamborghini.
You notice Nelius. I mean, and Nelius, at this point, you probably also see 𝐾𝐲𝐬𝐬. You're probably about 50, 60 yards off or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not super close, but you see her.
I go to reach. Do I still have the loot of illusions?
No.
Okay, so I have my ocarina.
You have your ocarina.
Okay, so I go to reach for my ocarina, and I'm like, "Don't make me use this."
They look at you all confused. Huh?
I start.
What do you think it does?
I love them, first of all. Yeah.
They're not scared at all. They're more interested.
And what's
actually.
even better is as they're not scared, and she is very threateningly threatening them. She starts to tap her hoof on the ground and play some notes, very, very menacingly glaring at them, and just like a couple of like little like puffs of like butterflies like start to come out, but they just like dissipate.
Yeah, like a minor illusion of like butterflies starts to
Yes.
pop out. It says,
Wow,
I'm usually better than this.
that's great.
I should have rolled. Sorry.
we can't give you food now, but we can give you food later if you want to do that again.
Hold on. Why can't you give me food now?
Oh, it's in the house. Let's go get it. I mean, we don't have any on us, is all I mean.
Then. Okay.
So you're staying?
I've seen Neelius at this
You've seen
point.
Neelius, and Neelius is a watcher, yeah?
Hold on a second. I see somebody I know. Actually, you know what? Here's 2 more copper. Just wait one moment.
Well, all right, sir, whatever.
And Chia! Chia! Is that you?
Neelius! Yeah! It's me!
They're just looking back and forth just to the conversation that's happening.
Why don't... Listen, this is really hard on my vocal cords. Why don't you come over here?
I start making my way over there.
I'm coming. Yeah, you approach too, and they're just looking at you, just kind of.
These are my friends.
Sure.
Remind me of your names, please.
This is my brother Figgis.
Figgis.
And I'm 𝐿𝐵𝙪t.
𝐿𝐵𝙪t.
Yeah.
Great.
Figgis don't talk much, but yeah, when he does, it's he says interesting stuff sometimes.
It's like Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, kind of, I guess, right?
Yeah, this is Figgis and 𝐿𝐵𝙪t, and I woke up in their chicken coop. Hey, I'm sorry about your chickens. I thought there was no one here.
Oh, it's okay. They can't go nowhere. They can't fly.
They can't fly?
No, chicken can't fly.
They can fly a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but the fence is big enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry about my friend Wu. I reach into my pocket and I pull out a silver piece and I said, "Will this cover it?"
Oh, he takes it and he bites on it like real quick. Oh yeah, sure, that'll do.
Great.
They were just inviting me to dinner.
Chia.
What?
Oh no, we should go. Come on. Trust me.
My tummy rumbles. Are you sure?
Don't worry. I've got us covered.
But it's free. I mean.
But fresh dinner's...
it's all right. Don't worry
fresh
about it.
dinner's so much better than rations,
Trust me,
Neelius.
we've got to find the others. And I
they just let the
put my arm around you and I try to scoot you away. And as I'm pulling you out of distance from 𝐿𝐵𝙪t?
Yeah, 𝐿𝐵𝙪t is the main one.
𝐿𝐵𝙪t and Figgis.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a conjured coin. It's not real.
Why didn't you give them real coins?
Because it doesn't matter. Look, let's go.
It does matter.
No, it'll be.
Karma, Neelius.
It's gonna disappear in an hour. Let's go.
I pull out an actual silver piece and I say, "For the troubles you are sure to have." Steal it. And
And we leave.
Would you believe that? They turn down free food, they pay us, and they play a song. I mean, I love them. They're great. I wish they could be our friends. Bye!
Join the party!
That's it.
And we wander off to catch up with the guy to head back into town.
Awesome. Yeah, you're back on the back of the card there. Let's see here. We will go to Digo. So Digo, you awaken in a very dark area. You see a very small silver light coming through this area they're in. It's a little bit cramped as well, and it's enough to light just barely around you. And you notice there's draping sort of cloth around you.
Well, this is odd. Is it covering that lit area?
No, the lit area is there's a sliver that's coming through of light in that lit area. Yes.
Do I feel for anything in there? Do I notice anything when I feel?
There's layers in front of you, and as you're feeling, it's just multiple pieces of cloth and whatnot, and your feet are kind of knocking around things on the floor as well. It's a little cluttered.
A little cluttered. I go towards the silver area. Is there anything I grab that I could feel that's comfortable to me as a weapon?
No, but on your person you do have an axe on you.
Oh, so I do have my weapons back and everything. Okay.
Axe and bow.
Axe and bow. Okay, so I have
And
everything.
as you approach the sliver of light, you hear, "Oh, darling, we must get ready for the evening. Do you mind?" "Yes, sir. Sorry, darling. Just put it on my face. Let me go grab my dress." And at that, the sliver of light becomes a wide open, just bright light as it blinds you, and you see a woman standing like in a nightgown as she screams, and she looks at you. She says, "Oh, they're trying to pick at me in my 90s. Darling, save me."
I kind of just like I'm ready to attack, and then once I see her, I'm just like put my axe down. What race is she?
They seem human, both of them. Do you
They're
see?
human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just
She
like-
immediately reaches for like the nearest thing and starts throwing things at you.
She's very attractive.
She's attractive. Yeah,
Great.
she's like noble woman. And she's
Okay, great.
nice, enough.
Literally, I just go like, well, what are you doing here? And then next thing you know, when she starts throwing stuff, I'm like dodging it, and I'm like, wait, I don't know. I just was brought here. Hold on 1 second.
The man appears in the doorway and he sees you and he goes, "Oh, what? Who is that? What is that?" Oh, and he takes his sword and he starts like running at you.
Hold on.
No, he's not stopping.
Oh, he's running at me?
He's running at you with the sword, yeah. He's trying to...
Runs
He's
at
trying to...
me, can I roll a dex to dodge him?
Yeah.
Dodge his sword.
In front of you, you see a room, you see a window to your right, and you see a stairwell that leads just past where he
let's go.
came. What's the roll?
It's natural 20. So
Nat 20?
So
What are you trying to do?
He runs at me with the sword. I like basically run at him. I put my axe away, and I do this kind of knee spin, and I move around him, and then I kick him kind of like in the butt, just going like I'm like, hold on, hold 1 second, 1 second. I am not here to intrude on any of you. I am just here to, I'm gonna go. I'm so sorry.
She is still ecstatic, and she's still throwing things at you as you're
I'm so
trying
sorry.
to talk.
You're beautiful. You're, is that your wife? Can I ask a question to the guy?
He just looks at you. Yeah.
She's beautiful. I'm gonna go.
He's holding her very closely at this point. She's still throwing things at you as you're...
No, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I'm going. Is there a door there?
Of course, it's not over yet.
There's a door there.
There's a door downstairs. You're upstairs currently. There's a door downstairs.
Is there like a sort of balcony I can go outside to? Do I notice?
She's throwing things at you. And actually throws one of her shoes, flies through the window, breaks, shatters the glass, and the window is now open with a small balcony.
I look at the window as I'm looking. I'm like, I literally go out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I stop right when I'm there at the ledge, and I do kind of like this video game hop, and I'm just like, I just have a question. Where am I?
The guy just looks at you and says, "You're Karsten. Can you leave my house now, please?"
Right. I literally jump off, and I'm not even like what's around me.
You jump outside?
I jump outside.
Okay, as you jump outside, we're gonna end yours there for now. Fantastic. We're gonna go to Heiko. Heiko, you find yourself in a nice garden. There's canopies of trees that just there. It's beautiful. Everything seems planned and planted and just sort of. It's a very nice area. You look down and there's dirt roads that are sort of lead in and out of these sort of nice gardens. And people are going for strolls. You see men with canes and top hats and women with umbrellas, and it seems very, very nicely dressed and whatnot.
Nice.
You look down and you notice, in fact, that you are actually submerged in water, and you are actually in a fountain in the middle of this sort of opening here, this clearing.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the first thing I'm going to do is sit up.
Mm-hmm. There's a man next to you. He's looking at it, and he says, I need to clean the fountain, if you don't mind. He has like a little sort of broom brush thing.
Yes, of course. Excuse me. I was bathing, and then I come out and I step out of the fountain, and I realize I have all my old clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
At this
You
point.
do, yeah.
No, you're the only one naked.
Yes.
If you're looking for something a little more affordable to bathe, you could always go to the Mossy Stone Tavern. It's pretty accommodating of most people of all sorts of classes. He seems like he seems to be judging you very harshly currently.
Yes.
A little classism here, yeah.
Where would you find this Mossy Stone?
The Mossy Stone, it's going to be south towards where the main gate is.
Towards the main gate?
Yeah, South Point.
South Point?
Yeah, towards the main gate, yeah.
South Point. And where is this now?
Currently, you're in Midtown.
Oh, Midtown.
Yeah.
Right.
Too much to drink last night, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It must have been.
I've had those days.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you.
Of course.
Yep.
Well,
it's just dialogue.
It's just very awkward.
And I
love it.
Kind of take a step back
and people are just staring at you. You see the people who are going for walks. They're just literally they've stopped and they're all gawking at you. These little whispers here, back and here, back and forth.
I see everyone and just kind of drenched and think, yes, well, thank you so much.
What time of day is it?
It's like midday probably. Yeah, like noon, 1, something like that. Yeah.
So I start kind of walking out. The first thing I do is I reach for my pendant.
Mm-hmm. It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the dagger.
Dagger's there. Was the pendant different than what the necklace was taken from you for the key? It was, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. The pendant is still there.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is, this is a really nice garden, so you know, an herbalist will do what an herbalist does. So I may roll for herbs real quick.
Go right ahead, absolutely.
I've already taken a bath in here. Might as well.
Might as well steal.
You're gonna be walking with your sloshy boots and just
Not the wet socks.
yeah, the way you got the wet socks and everything. Those you're gonna prune feet
I
pretty
rolled
soon
a
here.
5.
A 5.
So I don't know what I found.
It's mostly just like bushes and hedges and whatnot, and like you see some pretty flowers, but I mean they're probably not worth anything. They might have some nice floral qualities if you want to put them in a tea, but they probably don't have any sort of like medicinal quality.
I see. Actually, where is my tea gourd? It's still here?
You do still have a tea gourd, yes.
A quick little swig. And a deep breath, and I'm going to find the road.
You find the road. There is a road that, if you want to roll a nature check, you can determine north, south, east, west if you like, or survival in nature either way.
Okay, cool. So that is a 14, 13.
13? Okay. I mean, it is sort of midday, so it's a bit hard to tell, but you can assume that probably that direction is south, the direction you're facing.
All right.
And as you walk down the road, you see a shoe fly out the window and land at your feet. And as soon as you see that shoe, you see Digo on the balcony jumping down right in front. It lands directly in front of you.
Is that my shoe?
No, it was the shoe that was thrown at you as you jumped out the
okay.
window there. And Digo, you land directly next to Heiko, and Heiko's just soaked from head to toe and just sloshing wet.
Wow.
Elf. Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Weird times, right? We're in another dimension, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Huh.
Very weird. Well, shall we get moving? I heard there was a bath called the Mossy Stone. There's a town there. Let's head that direction.
I do have one question about the table. Is it the stuff we had last game that we are wearing, or what is it exactly that we are wearing? Like is it the armor?
Yeah, if you had any sort of like special magical items, they're mostly gone. But as far as like your clothes and everything, they're the same.
So it's kind of like what he was wearing when he came from the other dimension. Okay, perfect. So,
that wouldn't be bad.
Yes.
think we need to blend in a bit since, well, mine look kind of like I'm from a different area that people don't know about.
And I pull up my conical hat and kind of cover my face. Well, you could blend in like me.
True.
is there any sort of like cloak or anything I see there? Any clothing at all near there? At all?
I mean, not really. Besides the ones that people are wearing, but I mean, nothing really, sort of just standing outside or anything like that at all.
Careful
You
now.
do actually have a dress trailing behind you, though, like a piece,
Really?
like a small dress that
Is there
you.
any cloaks I noticed in there? Long cloaks with a hood on there I could possibly.
No, but you could use the dress as a hood if you wanted to. I mean, tie it around your head or something.
Is anyone else wearing like a cloak with a hood around me?
People?
Yeah.
Not really cloaks with hoods. Not really. It's you're in a pretty fine district, and most people here are wearing more like nice, fine, attire.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
hats though. But
just to mention that he looks out
Can,
of
can I
place.
give like a look around where I'm just like.
I look
looking?
extremely out of place as well because
Yeah.
I'm wearing a
you both
robe
do.
and a conical hat.
and you're soaking wet too.
Yeah.
On top of that, yeah.
So yes.
All right.
So we're gonna walk on the road, and maybe we need to find.
Fine.
Sure.
I guess we'll blend in.
I put my hood on. That's part of my outfit, and I'm just like, we'll walk alongside him, and.
Great. So I'm wet, and he's wearing a dress on his
I
head.
mean, we look like warriors, kind of, because it's like, yeah, he looks like a monk. I'm like having a bow and an axe on my back in this very prestigious area. So it's,
Yeah, one that's
kinda
also like
noticeable.
very like anti-war and like shielded off from the world too.
Oh, great! So
you
they're
know.
definitely going to be looking at me.
People are
A lot
definitely
of people
you're
are, like,
getting
looking at
you're
me?
getting looks. You're getting looks.
Okay.
And then let's actually before we continue, let's go back to the others as well. As you ride on the cart, you're getting closer. You can see that the staggering farm fields become less, and you see sporadic sort of houses that are scattered a little bit more frequently as you come closer to this gate. And you see two large hills that kind of one goes into the mountainside, the other one goes into more hills. And what? It's good? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Just making sure. Yeah, you approach and you see this large gate, and you see this, large gate, and it has a sort of peephole that could come up. And as you approach, the gnome in the front just says,
All right, we're approaching. I think maybe come up with something that you can do. Story. You're on your own. I'm not really vouching for you or nothing. I can get you in the gate, but after that, you're pretty much on your own.
I appreciate. We appreciate the ride. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Did you already pay the guy
I did.
with
but
a real coin?
with real coins, they were.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was copper.
Just copper?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, cheat.
And with that, is that a good ending point then? Is that what we're talking? Yeah, perfect, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we're approaching the city of Carson. I hope you all had fun. I hope. I mean, this was a freaking
wild
roller coaster of
session.
emotions. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to again thank the archivist for being here for our show.
Yes,
Thank
thank you
you so
I don't know.
much.
I don't know if people know, but the archivist came from very far away.
Yeah. Actually,
Just for this too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
Awesome.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
flew in yesterday just for this show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Yeah, thank you. And it
love
was.
that.
We loved having you. That was so
Yeah,
awesome.
it's so much
Yes,
fun.
yes, yes.
It's my pleasure.
And now we're gonna finally go have some �10𝙚𝙧𝐬𝐿 all together.
Yes.
We're gonna go gadoo-doo.
�10𝙚𝙧𝐬𝐿.
Do what you do.
We got a �10𝙚𝙧𝐬𝐿.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode tonight. Fantastic job also to
Yes.
𝐒𝐻𝐲𝐬𝐿.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Amazing job, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
You as well. Like I
Congrats.
said.
Congratulations to our winners tonight.
Yes.
One more time.
Congratulations.
And if you're still in the chat, again, just make sure you go ahead and email us at dungeonsdivided@gmail.com. Again, that's dungeonsdivided@gmail.com. Let us know, and we'll get you that info on how you can get your tickets. Also, again, do you want to talk about our
Subscriptions?
Subscription?
Yeah. Well, we will drop another link to the Discord server in the comments because it is relevant for the subscriptions if you subscribe or decide to support. We have the 3 tiers. First tier is you get to vote on what happens in certain parts of the episode that night. So we're going to be running those polls with Sellover here every week. And the second tier is you can be a part of a private cast kind of like talk back where you can ask us questions and just vibe. And the third tier is creating an NPC for the world of Vol'Antia? Question
Yeah.
mark? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Where are we?
Where are we? But for this wonderful world that is Dungeons Divided, you can create an NPC for that, and you would kind of work with our DM here.
Create a personality with me. Go through all the cool
I know,
stuff. Yeah.
I know.
Let's
A
see what's
voice.
They have a voice. Yeah, we can nail down the voice for you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Play
So
around
that's
with a
our
bunch of
third tier
stuff.
subscription. So there are 3 tiers, and if you join those, join our Discord server, which is linked down in the chat.
Yes.
Just for that, but also it's for chatting and having fun, and it'll update you when we're live, but also just to like chat with other people who love Dungeons and Dragons. So come join us. We'd love to have you there.
Yes. And for those who were in our Discord, actually, we had some technical difficulties,
Yeah, so
as
we
we
have
like to
moved.
say. So there is a new Discord channel.
Yes.
So go ahead and join that, and please join, because I think we may be doing another giveaway.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you can find out more information
We're running out of time.
on our Discord.
We're
Yes,
running out of
we will
time.
be doing another
convention,
giveaway.
Convention is later during this month. So we
Yes.
are running out of time. We still do have tickets to give away. So we'll be doing that again. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors over at +3 to Charisma, Lethal Shadows.
Thank you.
Yep, the Goods Merchant in 𝐸POCscapes. If you have a business or service that you offer and would like to sponsor an episode at some point in the future, please go ahead and give us, again, one more time, I'm going to throw that out there. Go ahead and send us an email at dungeonsdivided@gmail.com, subject sponsorship, and we'll work something out and see about advertising your service or business. So.
Thank
again.
you all again, and thank you to Float Studios. Oh my God,
Yeah.
those guys are great.
Who is that?
Wait, who
That's a nice little.
And some dude.
You can't wait. You can see.
Oh, there you go.
What's happening?
Breaking that fourth wall.
And thank you again to the Archivist. Guys, stay tuned because the Archivist
getting a
show
raid
is
right
about
now.
to get amazing. It's about to
real
really
crazy.
blow up.
Lots
So
of fun things.
really check it
Wait,
out.
we're getting a raid right now.
What?
Hi, friends.
What's happening?
What? A
Hi,
raid
guys.
right now?
With a party of 9.
Oh, well, hello.
Thank you for joining
Hello
us.
and
I'm so
goodbye.
sorry. We're just wrapping up.
Oh,
We can do a little
but
dance
the
for
VOD is
'em.
going to be
Let's do a
available.
little dance, just real
Yeah,
quick.
we're doing a dance.
You guys are missing. You guys missed an amazing episode. Again,
Yeah.
the VOD's down below once we kick off here, and it'll be available on Tuesday on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch the replay as well.
By the way, I
awesome,
totally wore
guys.
my monk armor today, guys.
I know. I
That's
see
great.
that. Monk
Yes, I
armor.
wore my monk armor.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, and please, we'd love to see you raid next time as well.
Please
so
raid
join
Telesaurus.
us. Yes,
We'd
would
love to see you.
Love to see you. I'm so sorry that we missed you. We've been
Oh
going
my
for 4
God.
hours. Otherwise, we would stick around a little longer.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Awesome.
a big congratulations to the new
Yes.
DM.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm
Spencer
so
Silver.
proud to be the D. I mean, thank you so much. This is awesome. Such a
Right
great
on.
group.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
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 You gotta keep dancing till we go to bed.
Dance till it goes.
Good night.
Dance till it goes
I
black.
almost feel like we should.